Hello, guys. Welcome back and thank you so much for being here. What's going on? Please like and share this video. Thank you so much for doing that. So, Iyabo Ojo went live earlier today, and she wanted to address some of the ongoing situations with VDM, and which I definitely appreciate. I love that she's continuing to address it because, unfortunately, keeping quiet and not saying anything only serve as confirmation of whatever narrative that is being spun. Unfortunately, our people, for the most part, do not have two brain cells to rub together. They cannot comprehend. And I'm not saying this applies to everyone, obviously not. But when you look at the people that are running with whatever narrative VDM is pushing, you can actually tell that, okay, these are people who do not have the ability analytical mindset. They can process things. They can have their own individual thoughts. So for me, whenever she says, whenever she comes out and to address this, I always appreciate it. It's always welcome. So she was live today, and this is important because when I read the comment from some of the people that are leaving comments, they are kind of shading her, saying that her energy level has dropped. Whatever happened to the Iyabo that used to be Bass Boss and all of that. And I'm just like, gosh, who do now like this? Who do now? This woman came live at 11 a.m. She's currently in Toronto. As you know, she's in Toronto, promoting her movie while she also waits for the arrival of her first grandchild. So she's in Toronto. She's not in Nigeria. Nobody wakes up in the morning, unless, of course, say you are certifiably crazy. Nobody wakes up in the morning with the kind of energy that you people expect from her. When she was live, because I missed the live and I've been beating myself up about it, but I missed the live. When I checked the time, because the notification actually came on my phone, when I checked the time said like it was around 9 that she went live. Who in their right mind goes live in the morning at 9 a.m. and start acting like Oduga and start shouting and start being all hyper? Unless, of course, you are certifiable. No normal person does that. Mornings are usually very calm for people. It's early, you're still waking up or whatever. So I just wanted to address that because that's something that I have seen. They are now trying to like insinuate that, oh, she's afraid, she's only, her energy is kind of low because she's afraid VDM don't get them, VDM don't reach them. Again, these are the people with no individual thoughts, no independent thoughts. They can't even process. They have no mindset of their own. They can't process things on their own. So they wait around, waiting for comments that will say something that they will jump on the bandwagon. So, anyways, it is very early in the morning. When she did her live video, it was 8, 9-ish in Toronto. Okay. So, unless say you run from Yaba left, unless of course say you escape from Yaba left, there is no reason for anybody to wake up in the morning and be exhibiting high energy like the ones you guys are expecting from her. So cut it out. Yeah, people. You guys are looking for a win so bad. Team Rats and Team Naramali. You guys are looking for a win so bad that you will jump on anything that you see that gives you an impression that, okay, what is it called? VDM is winning or Naramali is winning. It doesn't have to be that complicated. If your rat leader is true in his conviction and you guys have the level of confidence that you claim to have, why do you take pleasure? Why do you take a victory lap over something that is so insignificant? Somebody wakes up in the morning and decides to address some of the ongoing lies that are surrounding her. You're taking it as a win. Oh, her energy is so low. My God, is a dropped energy for me. It's in the morning in Toronto time. I know some of you have never crossed Motala. You've never even seen the inside of Motala Mohammed Airport, let alone crossing it. And I know if you continue with this kind of evil mindset, you never will. You never will. And I'm not saying living abroad is the best or whatever, but travel is education. When you travel, you learn about people, about culture, about even time difference. So if you continue to be so close-minded, nada Naija una go kpai put, nothing for you. Just continue, continue. Anyways, so now that I have gotten all of that out of my chest, let's go ahead and do a reaction to Yabojo's video. And yeah, she said a lot, and I agree. I didn't watch everything. I've only watched about the first 2 minutes of this. So yeah.
Now that they said, oh, truth. VeryDarkMan came out to do that video. I know that they've called you to tell you that I have petitioned them, right? NCCC, they've called you to tell you that I have petitioned them. So you have to come out and do your normal manipulative tactics. I'm a very wise woman. I know when to fight. I know when to listen. And I know when to speak. I'm not like you that speaks from the both side of the mouth.
Yep, he sure does. He talks out the both side of his mouth. Everybody, like, come on.
I'm not like you that is very, very manipulative, deceitful, corny. I'm far different from you. That's the difference between me and you. You've tried in all your might to bring me down, but you cannot. Because who God has made, no man can destroy. No man can destroy. I'm so glad that you yourself sat to see a lot of videos of you circulating on the same internet space. Videos that you made. Or you insisted that they cancel Naira Marley. With your own mouth. Videos that you made against them. Numerous videos. Before you decided to take a turn. So that you can know that you speak from the both side of your mouth. And people should not take you serious. Guys, let me go straight to it. So, yes, I was invited by the, police people? They call them the National Cyber Bullying stuff, right? And I was on my way to Tanzania for Priscilla's wedding when I was called upon. I saw the letter. I sent it to my lawyer. I put a call through. I sent a message that I'm not going to be around, but when I come back, I would honor their invitation. So I traveled and came back. When I came back, they responded with a letter and asked me to pick a date. I picked the date. And we went, me and my lawyer, we got to Abuja. I didn't know why I was invited, but I had an idea. But I just didn't know which of it was, But later, I had an idea of why I was going there, so I went. When I got there, I met with Officer Suleiman. He was the one in charge of the case. I was also taken to see another senior officer, the lady. And Officer Suleiman took me in, and I was asked to write my statement. You know, when you want to first write statement, they will say you should write about when you were born, your this and that, your family, your address, your da da da. I wrote. When I was done, they asked me that what's my relationship with Naira Marley. That what exactly did Naira Marley do to me? I said, Naira Marley, I don't understand. They said, yes, now that Naira Marley is the one that wrote the petition. That, you know, I should also explain my own side of the story. So I started explaining my side of the story. I talked about, yes, I used to promote Naira Marley's song through my TikTok video. I've never met Naira Marley before, which I thank God that when he came eventually, and I asked him before those police people, have you ever seen me before? He said no. So let me go back. So yes, I said, yeah, I used to promote a song until when Mohbad died. I was in America. How they even buried him was the first heartache for me when his neck was broken. I think I was on my way back to Nigeria. I came back, I went to Abuja. And then I saw a video, a Snapchat of Naira Marley coming to dance, you know. At that time, fingers were already pointing towards his direction.
Yep. We all saw that video where he came out and dancing and celebrating. Like, what? Somebody died.
A lot of videos started coming out. I was angry, like, guy, this is not the time for you to be dancing when one of your person, whether the guy is still under your record label or he's not under your record label anymore, at least he was part of you people on Snapchat. And I was like, then Sam Larry also, you know, did one video, was saying, you know, later deleted the video, but obviously the video had circulated, you know, something like where Oku can sorrow, you know, that kind of thing. Like, you know, when somebody's dead, the dead cannot speak, you know, then he later deleted it. I was like, ah. Then videos started coming out about how he went to Naira Marley's house with some of his friends to say he didn't want to work with their manager anymore. How, you know, they were beaten. He landed in the hospital. We saw the bruises. He said, if anything happened to me, you know, they should hold Naira Marley. How there was so many videos just flying around. Until when I now saw Sam Larry's video. When Zlatan and Mohbad were having a video shoot, and he came in with some boys. They were holding weapon. They were holding something like looked like a weapon, and I was like, So this thing is true. And as a concerned citizen, as a mother, I don't think I was the only one that was pained. Because if I was the only one that was pained when we did the candle night, I don't think the whole world would have done that. The candle nights that he did for Mohbad. We all came out. And I used my platform. Because a lot of narratives were flowing during that time. We had the narrative of the friend. You know, they say they knocked him with ring. We had another narrative, you understand, about so many things. And then when Sam Larry's voice came out where he said, what he basing. What he basing means that they have buried him. All stations settled. I said, I don't want to believe. But with all these things that are going on, it's very glaring that Sam Larry bullied Mohbad. And what we saw in happened in Naira Marley's house, where he was beaten, his neck had a teeth bite and all that. Then Naira Marley bullied Mohbad. And I was angry. Now, what you see will definitely bring a reaction. What you don't see might not bring a reaction. So we did not see how he actually died. We only knew a nurse gave him injection, blah, blah, blah. You understand? So
the same nurse that VDM is now advocating for the same nurse that they are now trying to like claim is innocent, the same nurse that have been seen hanging out with Naramali. Hmm. Questions. There are so many unanswered questions. There are so many. Okay. Again, I will continue to say this, yeah. This argument, this defense that, oh, he couldn't, Naramali couldn't have had anything to do with it because he was not even in Nigeria when Mohbad died. Who now once said that story to? Who now once said that matter to? What does it matter? Now today, I never hear a situation where somebody will hire somebody to do something and then make themselves scarce, create an alibi for themselves by being with other people so that if ever any fingers are pointed at them, they can have alibis and be like, I wasn't even in the country. I wasn't even in that vicinity. I wasn't even this and I wasn't even that. Are we children? Now, I'm not saying that Naira Malik buyed him or he had something to do with Mohbad's buying, but this ridiculous excuse that you people tend to make for him, the people that are now jumping on the bandwagon of defending him, this ridiculous excuse about how he wasn't even in the country, as if to say there hasn't been situations where people will plan things and make themselves scarce so that they are not there when it happens, so that they can have that plausible deniability, so that they can have that excuse, that alibi of, I wasn't there, I was having a party, I was like thousands of miles away. Can we start using our brain? See, the nurse is now hanging. Tell me, in a society, if Nigeria is a society where things are done the way they are supposed to be done, tell me how that nurse is now hanging. Both of them are suspects. Tell me why they are now hanging out with each other. Prior to this, we didn't even know that Naramali and that nurse were close. They had any existing relationship that they had established. But all of a sudden, the nurse is now hanging out in Naramali. And you people cannot process, you cannot bring yourself to like reason why. What's going on here, really? You people can't ask yourself that question. Because when I don't see already made, what do they call them? Suspect. When I don't see already made suspects that you guys are going to like finger and blame for everything. Like this whole situation is so sick that people are just willfully ignoring. And then you have VDM. I actually saw a video of Naira dancing to VDM's music. And nobody is even thinking. People in the rats community, people in the Naira community, or anybody else that is just like an observer, nobody is even thinking that something is not right here. Why in God's name? Like they're not even hiding it anymore. They're not so overt with it. Anything we go happen, make it happen. That's their mentality now. Tell me why. Now, especially given the sensitivity of the times, especially given what is still ongoing, Naira and VDM are openly showcasing their alliances with each other. They are openly showcasing their relationship with each other, including with the nurse, because they feel like they have succeeded in convincing a certain demographic of people that, yeah, it's Wunmi that did it. How is that fair? Do you people, the people that are saying Wunmi, ignore Naira, ignore VDM and all the other, ignore the nurse. Are you people really fighting for justice for Mohbad, or are you people just, you just care about who you care about? It doesn't matter. You just want to pin his passing. You want to pin Mohbad's passing on anybody else but your fave. So in that regard, don't you dare say you're fighting for justice for Mohbad, because you are lying. You are lying. Because you should be open minded. You should question the reason why VDM and Naramali are now besties. You should question that. If you were not biased, you will question why that is the case. You will question why these two people are now. And then it's so interesting how VDM now wants to put everything on Iyabo's head. When even VDM, there are videos now circulating of VDM calling for Naramali to be cancelled, joining on the people that are asking for justice for Mohbad and pointing fingers at Naramali and Sam Larry. And all of a sudden, VDM now wants you to believe that he no longer believe that Naramali. Why? Is it that money changed hands? Did you see evidence? Because if you see evidence, you've not shown it. VDM has not shown you the evidence to confirm, to justify why he has changed his position on this matter. He hasn't shown anything. It just they use mouth buy fish for una soup. And the gullible ones just they swallow them like that. Fish una not see. He use mouth tell una saying buy fish. When is VDM going to produce the evidence that he claims to have? When? That is a question. That is a very valid question. But now, so nonchalantly, with his I don't care attitude, he is now openly aligned himself with Naramali. How come? How come? So openly. It just they use mouth, they talk. It will produce something. He will produce a text message, and then he will use his own mouth to manipulate the whole situation to convince the rats about what he's saying. That this is what narrative. This is the direction that I want you guys to take your thought process. This is what I want you guys to believe. He hasn't shown any evidence that can convince everybody alike, not just his rats people, but everybody. Wumi is responsible. Or whatever narrative, whatever story he's telling about Iyabo Ojo is true. He hasn't shown anything that the general consensus will look and be like, okay, this is irrefutable. Yeah, Iyabo is definitely involved somehow, some way. He hasn't shown any. It just they use mouth, they lie to rats. And rats just they believe because rats eat anything. Unfortunately. If you're not careful, rats go chop your leg. If the rat's hungry, if you're not careful, rats go chop. You go wake up in the morning with pain. Rats don't chop your leg. Because rats go eat anything. They don't think. Okay? How can one man just be like ping-ponging people's brain? Just be using remote mumu switch to mumu rats? Waiting be this. Please, if you are watching, hit the like button. Thank you. God bless you as you do that. Thank you. Please hit the like button. Facebook people, are they looking at?
Definitely, we need to find out exactly what happened in that house. Even though me and some of we concerned people are angry with all the videos that we were seeing about the bullying, and he also wrote a petition and he sang it in his songs and he wrote it on Twitter. He put it there on Twitter. The Twitters are there.
And now all of a sudden, people just want everybody, VDM, and his Naira Marley want everybody to just forget that Mohbad was, there are videos. It's not even what he said. Videos, evidence to back up what he said. His accusations, his allegations, evidence. But VDM and Naira Marley want you to ignore what you see with your eyes. Just believe the words of his mouth.
Internet never forgets. It's not like we just saw only those videos. Oh. When Mohbad was alive, he put them on Twitter. He did videos mentioning Mali's name, the Malian's name, and Sam Larry's name. They are there. So that is one thing. I said the other one was to find out exactly what happened in the last few hours before he died. I'm not a police officer. That is not my job to do. It's a murder case, and we must allow the right authorities to do that. So what did I do? I took my foundation up. The day I came out to do the first video, I already had contacted my lawyer. And I said, I have a foundation. My foundation fights for things like this. So I took up that duty. Do you understand? To write to all the right authorities. And one of the first things I pushed for was for his body to be exhumed so that an autopsy can be carried out, so that we can know exactly what killed him. Number 2 was to revisit all those that bullied him. And this is not just him saying I was bullied. We saw videos of bruises on his body. We saw when Sam Larry came in to say, oh, Nikurumbi Bailini. And after that, we saw a video of bruises on his head. And someone said, see what Sam Larry did to Mohbad. So, are we supposed to just ignore all those videos and act like it doesn't exist or it never happened? A boy died. It's one thing for you to beat a boy and the boy is still alive that can fight for himself. And it's another thing for you to beat a boy and a few months later, the boy is dead and this video comes out. Any sane country would want to visit it. Except you people are telling me that bullying is okay. That was the second thing. The third one was so that he gets a befitting burial. Because myself and a lot of people were concerned about the way he was buried. His neck was broken. And so I wanted them to make sure that he gets a befitting burial.
And now that's the same video of Iyabo and Tonto DK, going to like making the burial plans, the burial arrangement. It is the same video that VDM is now posting on his social media page to mock Iyabo, talking about the coffin that you people went and go and buy. Who is going to use it now? VDM, if coffee they hungry you, make you use them now. If coffin they hungry you to use, then use them. Like, this man is so evil. Like, honestly, the way that it is the same energy, the same evil spirit that he has, that Kemi Olunloyo has too. They both have the same contrarian spirit, and they both have become tools used by bad actors to like destabilize situations. Have you not imagined, have you thought for yourself, whenever something is happening, something that is going on a straight direction, all of a sudden, VDM go just enter, go just come destabilize, or Madam Kemi Olunloyo go just enter, go just come destabilize the whole thing. They both have this barbaric, this evil, contrarian spirit. They need deliverance, honestly. Why not just let things happen the way they are meant to happen? People can talk on social media, but if the investigators are investigating, let them do their job. Let them do their job. If you are saying that you do not trust the investigators, now you we can't trust with all of the biased way that you handle situations. Now we will can't trust if we cannot trust the investigators who are in charge of investigating things. Certainly not you. You will be say it only needs for somebody to throw you some money into your account before you stop talking. You will criticize people, criticize, and then immediately they drop money into your account. Otiton, it don't finish. You know, they talk about them again. All of a sudden, all the things that they were doing before that you didn't like, you don't see it again. But this is what they've not changed though. Their behaviors have not changed though. But all of a sudden, you stop seeing, you now be like blind box. You know, they see again. Because money don't drop for your pocket. Money don't drop for your bank account. And then you want people to take you seriously. You want people to find you credible. Give me a break. Give me a break. So, yeah.
The thought was that he was crying when he was alive, that his royalty was not given to him. So I also wanted the government to look into it, to help see that his royalty can be gotten and given to his family. At least he has a father, a mother, a son, and a wife. I don't know whether these things I did were wrong. That was what truly happened. So I'm still coming back. Oh, let me finish. So they asked me to write everything I know down, and I wrote. Then they brought out a video, a 3-second video of where I said, Naira Marley, this is not London, no, where you think you can do and get away with anything. They said I accused him of murdering Mohbad. I said no. I said this is a 3 seconds video. I said unfortunately this video has been for a while now, so I can't remember word for word, but I know that in this same video, me, I'm a Yoruba woman. The problem that I was saying was that you guys cannot kill this guy emotionally, spiritually, and physically because of the bullying. Not physically, Jari, mentally rather, because of the bullying. Right? They said, okay, I should write it down. I wrote it down.
But they twisted the whole thing to make it seem as though Iyabo was basically accusing Naira Marley of being physically responsible for buying Mohbad. Because that's what will fit into their narrative.
My lawyer now said, you cannot base your judgment on a 3 seconds video. This video was very long, so we need to watch everything. And I said, because in this same video that people are claiming, I said it that. I said, le pasaye, keni kuloma ajishe long. I said, me, I'm a Yoruba woman. Do you understand? And that is how we speak. I said, but in the same video, I said, I'm not saying you're the one that killed him. I'm talking about the bullying. That, okay, if you did not bully him, and your Malians were bullying him, and Sam Larry was bullying him, what did you do? I said, you need to come and explain what you did. I said, at least I remember some of the words. Because at that time when I was there, I have not even watched the video in a very long time, but I could remember what I had said. I said, but if I had concluded within myself that Naira Marley was the one that killed Mohbad, I would not have written a petition to ask that his body be exhumed now. There would have never been anything like coroner inquest because he was already buried, cemented, safe. And if there was no coroner inquest...
They cemented it. Baba Mohbad, shame on you, sir. Shame on you. Because he don't use brain calculate all the money when he go collect for his son. For his son body.
Now that they said, oh, he's not guilty for his mother, would that have happened? would he himself has gotten justice on the mother side? I'm not talking about the bully side now. If I, Iyabo, my foundation did not write and push, I did not just write and send you. I was going there, back and forth. We were on phone calls with the authorities. So, if I just had concluded in my head that you did it, I would not have pushed for that. The officer said I should write it down. Now, there's a video. They put a camera in front of me, and there's a camera there. So everything I'm saying, if they want to prove it in court, is there. Then I wrote it down. Then they asked about, they showed me another video where I said, Naira Marley, that is it that one that drugged my children and put drugs in their food and drinks I want to be talking to? Did I say that? I said, yes, I said that. I said I did. Because innocently, I went to help this boy called DJ Splash. When we got there, the first thing DJ Splash said when he saw me was like, I have helped your son before. I was like, you know Festus? He said yes. Because me, I don't know him. When I was doing the live was when I heard something was also wrong with one of the boys that lived in Naira Marley's house. And people were like, I should please help the boy. I should please help the boy. We should not let this boy die and all that. I was like, okay. They sent the number of the brother to me. I called the brother and I asked for him to send the address and I went there. Thank God I did not go alone. I went with media. I went with my production team. Yes, I went with my PA. I went with one of my friends. And I went with some police officers. So I did not go there alone. When I got there, immediately DJ Splash saw me. He said, Mama, I know you. I said, me, I don't know you. I thought maybe he was talking about me being an actress. He said, no, I know your son. He said, your son had come to the Malian's house before, where I was there. And in fact, I was one of the people that helped him. I said, which was my son? He said, Festus. I said, okay. Helped him as at how? Now, I on the video. I was just there to see DJ Splash to help him out. I never knew anything of this had ever happened. When I'm not mad, me, I will know. Yeah, boy, they come. So, I said, oh yeah, speak. The media person wanted to start recording. I said, no, wait, don't record, though. Because I don't want this to be all about me. We came here to help this boy. But whatever he has to say that is related to my children or myself, let me hear it personally first. Because I don't want to mix it up. Because that time it was justice for Mohbad. Right? So he said that Festus came to the house with Mohbad's manager, who was then Naira Marley's former manager, the lady, S.I., if I'm not mistaken with her name. Then Festus' drink was spiked. I said, spiked as at how? He said, yes. There's something that they call, I'm trying to remember the name of the thing, or M something, I don't know. You know, like it's a drug that they put it in drinks and in foods and in everything, that they did it today, that they do it as a normal thing there. I said, was Festus aware that they put some? He said, no, now normally nobody's always aware. It's only them that live in their house that know about it. So when Festus drank that thing, Festus started acting funny, was dozing off. And they wanted to record him, so he stood in front of them and said they should not do that. They wanted to collect his phone, but he took the phone on their behalf, and they were laughing, they were making jest of him while he was, trying to get himself. And then he dozed off at a point, but he tried to make sure that, they did not record him. He tried to make sure that, he collected his phones. one side of me was like, maybe because at that time the Displast had mental health. I was like, okay, maybe because this boy has mental health, he doesn't know what he's saying. Maybe he's just talking. One side of me as a mother was very, very angry. But I didn't want to be distracted. I wanted us to at least administer the help we came to do. So I said, okay, you know what? Festus is doing fine, is in Turkey. I'll see to it. But right now, let's see to you. What is your story? And I told him, don't talk about Festus, let's talk about you. Then I asked that the camera starts rolling. And then that was when he did his interview. We went live, we did everything. Immediately he said what he had to say. The mom said what they had to say, the brother, everybody. I called on a doctor who handles cases that have to do with, drug-related mental health. He works with the Lagos State government and he has his own private hospital. And I've known him for years. I think I brought him on my show before, Gold Mind. And I called upon him to say, sir, please. Because of my foundation, a lot of young ones that I see out there that we help, I always refer them for treatment. That's my own little quarter that I don't even come and talk about on social media. So I said, you know what, sir, I want to bring a boy to you. The mom will bring him. I'll give them the address and the phone number, please. This boy needs treatment. He's not doing fine, and we need you to help him. And I sent the first part statements to him. And I said, whatever it is, that is the other payment, please forward it to me when he comes to see you. Because treating patients that have any mental health related issue is not a cheap treatment. So what did I do after that? Immediately that was done, his account was put out there because I saw their living conditions. I saw that the mom could not, she didn't have anything. They could not take care of this boy, So she put her own account, and well-meaning Nigerians donated their own quarter lessons to them. And I told her, please use this money for his treatment. Treating this boy is not it's not going to be cheap. So please use it wisely. Get him enough food. Just, if at the end of the day, the money is not enough.
So basically, Naira Marley's job in life now is to just, gather children, youth, leaders of tomorrow, and ruin their lives before they even have a chance. Because tell me how it is okay that when you go to his house, drug is so accessible that anybody, like, you don't even know, you will go to somebody's house and you're relaxing and you're chilling, thinking that you just, you want to be free enough to like take something or drink something, not knowing that whatever you take or drink might end up being spiked. So why are we not addressing this? These are not even new information, no. Okay, these are not even new information. This information has been there around that time when that mobile situation happened. That was where all of this came out. Nobody has questioned Naira Marley about this. No Nigerian authority has questioned Naira Marley about why his home is a place where people, unsuspecting people that have never done drugs in their life before, people who just thought they were going to a house, you know how they have like content house where people can go and just chill and hang out with young people like themselves. Why is nobody questioning Naira Marley that his home has now become a place where drugs are people like are all over the place, that ordinary water, not even there now, drug has basically replaced water. Why is the authority not questioning Naira Marley about that? Why? Right. Thank you, Naomi. Naomi said, let's smash the like button. Come on, guys. Facebook, YouTube, hit the like button, I beg. please like the video. Thank you. I mean, I see you guys here. If you like the video, Facebook or YouTube, the algorithm will recommend to people that are not here. Tell them that Jade is live. Go ahead, guys, please. Do me a favor and hit the like button. Thank you.
Enough, let me know. I would support in my own little way. Her account statements are there. I'm sure that if they request for DJ Splash Mom today and ask her to print out all her bank statements, if there's any part that she transferred money to me or any account that seems shady, they can investigate it. Rather, I was the one supporting financially. Even at the time I requested for DJ Splash accounts, where I think I sent him not once, not twice, money in my own little way. So that one went. We did that. I said, so that day, I was very angry. I was talking to my son. Because when I left, I don't think I've even left there when I started calling Festus. He said he was in class. Later, I said, okay, when I get home, I'll call you. Festus, what happened? Festus said, oh, Mom, just leave it. You know me, I don't want any social media drama. At least your son is fine. At least I'm okay. It's okay. I'm fine. Don't worry. Let it go. Thank God. Be thanking God. Your son I don't do anything. So Priscilla took
Yeah, and that is true. Because that right there is an initiation, is how he get them hooked. Only God knows what Naira Marley is doing with all these people. People need to think farther than this. Only God knows what Naira Marley is doing with these people, that he first of all get them hooked on drugs, and people with addictive personality are more likely to get hooked just from the one taste. Okay? And then obviously there is a motive as to why he allows drugs to be all over his house. There is a motive. And the only people that you can really, really take advantage of, insert whatever reasons you like, are people that are not functioning under, normal, who no longer have their own autonomy, people who are now under the influence of stuff. Those are the ones that are easily manipulated. Those are the ones that are easily taken advantage of. Those are the ones that they can use to do whatever it is that they use them to. The first step is to find a way to bring them into your home and then give them access. Okay? And then once they get access to it, once they have a taste and they like what they see, they come back another day, another day, another day, another day. And before you know it, they no longer have their own mind. They are now indebted to you. They are now, they want it, and the only place they can get it, obviously for free, where they don't have to pay for it, is at Naira Marley's house, allegedly. And what that means, Naira Marley can use that to take advantage of them in whatever ways, insert whatever it is that they can do with people who do not have their own free will anymore on account of being doped up. On account of being doped up. People need to start thinking till tomorrow, all those things, all those allegations that they were pushing forward with regards to Naira Marley, not one person has really questioned Naira Marley about that situation, about the condition of his home, about all the things that people have access to, and people unknowingly being poisoned. Because when you're spiking somebody's drink, you're poisoning them. Nobody is asking. The authorities have not asked Naira Marley that. Why? Why? Use your tongue to count your teeth.
But ancestors don't like trouble. Yes, it happened, but Mom, just let it go. Let's not be distracted. At least, but ancestors is doing fine. So let's just, but as in.
Again, you see the story that she's telling now. She's saying Festus, but somehow evil, wicked people decided to twist it around and say it's Priscilla. And by evil, wicked people, I mean Madam Kemi Olun lawyer. She and now I'm out I for here this narrative that they spiked Priscilla's drink, and then they did this and did that. Now only her mouth I don't hear, and so that's where this is coming from. But according to what Iyabo is saying, it didn't happen to Prissy, it happened to Festus. But because if you want to really um if you want to succeed, or at least try, if you really want to gain attention, say it was Prissy that that was allegedly drugged, and they had their way with her, because that would be more juicy. You see how they twisted the story? You see how they twisted the story? You see how Kemi Olun lawyer twisted the story?
Mother, I was angry. And I was not only angry, I was angry because I had also sent young boys to him, at least 2. Fabims, who he signed for a while and then they went apart, who also suffered a kind of mental breakdown at a point. So I could now relate. The other one, thank God, was my cousin, is it nephew? My nephew, but that one just went there, and thank God he doesn't do that kind of songs. Do you understand? So that one left. I was just trying to help, and I was like, But I was still, I was angry. Then I got a call. Jigon, I am sorry. I would have to say this, right? Because I already said it when I went to the police in Abuja. Then I got a call from Jigon. And then Jigon confirmed to me that it did happen, and it was the one that even saved Festus, that I should ask Festus. That it was the one that took Festus, took him to the toilet. Do you understand? Made him vomit everything, and then took him into the car so that he was the one who took it, and he warned Festus never to come there again.
Wow.
That Jigon was the one that confirmed it to me. And that's when I was like, okay. So this actually happened.
So all this information, if even the Jigon, according to Iyabo, gave a statement to the police, and the police did not follow through on an investigation, all of a sudden, Naira Marley has been cleared. All of a sudden, Naira Marley is now an upright citizen of Nigeria, law-abiding role model. At least that's what VDM wants you to believe now. VDM and the rats. Now waiting, they want to make you believe be that now.
Then I was driving that day. I was very angry that day. I was talking, and then I saw VeryDarkMan's post about fill that trace, no fill that trace. I was angry already. That's how you could see that I could not even wait to get where I was going. I did a live video where I blasted, where I insulted his mom. And then I made mention of that. Immediately after that video, my children started calling me, Mommy, we have begged you now. We have told you don't say anything. Just let it go. I said, okay, I will let it go. But I am a mother. I will be angry. I will be angry because I'm a single mother. What if Festus lived in Nigeria, and after his drink had been spiked, and then he now starts going back there? Because
is that not what I was just saying? Because anybody who comes with the message that I'll let you finish, Iyabo. But wasn't that just what I was saying just now? Because anybody who goes to Naira Marley's home, it appears as though they are initiated, they are introduced into this lifestyle of drugs. And before you know it, they keep going back because they have liked it. Okay, if they have addictive personalities, they like it the first time, they like the high, they like what it did to their body, they keep going back. That's how these things usually work. That's how people get addicted. It's usually, for the most part, it's usually by accident, and I'm doing my air quotation here, or just out of curiosity, or just peer pressure. People are doing it, and you don't want to feel like you're left out. You know, the whole FOMO, fear of missing out, or you don't want to be the odd one out. You don't want to be seen as somebody who's like a Jew man, somebody who is not like, who doesn't, who socially awkward or whatever. And so you will jump on that bandwagon. And before you know it, if you have an addictive personality, before you know what's going on, you are going back for more. And then he normally has you exactly where he wants you, allegedly. And then he can then take advantage of your jonesing. He can then take advantage of your dependency on drug, which, by the way, you tasted for the first time at his home. And then he'll now use you to do all kinds of things for you to get, for him to supply you. Who knows what Naimali is using all these people that who have now become dependent on drugs? Who knows what Naimali is using them to do? Who knows? I hear he lives in a big house. I'm still trying to figure out exactly what he does, how he made the money, to afford the house that he lives in. Who knows if all these people who have now become dependent on him are errand boys that he uses to push whatever it is that he wants to push, allegedly. People need to be thinking. Make una they think. There are far too many people who have lost their ways because they don't think. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows why he is so keen on getting these people addicted? Because if you're not trying to get people addicted so that you can use them to do whatever you need to use them for, you will not have drugs lying around in your home the way they allegedly say you do, Nayamali. You people should start thinking.
Drugs. He could start getting addicted to it. I will be angry because I'm a single mother. What if Festus lived in Nigeria and after his drink had been spiked, and then he now starts going back there because drugs. He could start getting addicted to it. And then my son ends up a junkie. Is it not the same Nigeria that will say, oh, she's a useless mother, she's a failed mother, oh, she's a this mother, she's a that mother. I wanted to come out so bad to talk about it, to fight against it, but my children said no. Jigon also advised, all the people in the group that knew about it, to everybody advised me to just, Mama, your son is doing fine, so just leave this aside. Now, I had already done my video. We already had started the Justice for Mohbad movement.
Hold on, let me play the second part. Let me share. Give me a second, okay, guys? Let me see.
And I'm not.
Let me see.
Truth.
Okay.
The group. So there was 2 groups, because the first one was for the work, which was a 4 or 5 course agenda. Right? So we went on and on. That's why you could see that those days I would say, let's just ignore the distractions. Before they started coming out to bully me, I had someone in their own group that already had told me that, Mama, they are going to come for you. This and this and this and this and this and this. But just concentrate on what you are doing. So when different bloggers and people started coming for me and everything, I wasn't too surprised at all. VeryDarkMan, your video, I watched you did videos before I came out to do videos. And I saw your videos. So when you switched, you didn't just easily switch. You were just telling me, oh, this woman that went here, some people were attacking something at the back. Those boys, You were a bit rude in your delivery, but I still understood the message that you were trying to pass at that time. That those boys that when I went to eventually greet them, Mama Mubada and the wife in the house, I went back, I watched the videos, and then I called CP, at that time, he was a CP. Retired now as the AIG. I called him, sir, please watch this video. These boys, They said all of them have been invited for questioning, for interrogation. I said, sir, please, do you mind me still getting their names and then still sending it again? And he said, okay. I should send it to the officer in charge. I heard the man is late now. Then, is it Ayila? I can't remember his name. Which I did. I got all their names and I forwarded it. And when I was even putting their names there, I put Wumi's name there. I put the brother Adura's name. I put everybody's name again. And I forwarded it again to them. And I called the man then. And he said he has received it. And they said, I came out to say, they said anybody that has any information or any video, anything, I think I dropped a number at that time. All the videos, everything that was sent, I kept forwarding it to the police people. Because, later I went with some of my team and my colleagues. We went to see the CP then. It was a CP then. We televised everything. Everything was in the know. And I said it from day one that whatever it is that I am doing, I will be transparent with it. We'll be showing it. And we went there. I explained everything to this policeman and the other people that were there. I said yes, so. I said it because as a mother, what am I supposed to say? Have you forgotten that even Mama Mubad said it in her video that when she goes there, her son used to tell her not to eat or drink anything in their house. Mama DJ Splash also said the same thing.
Can you imagine?
That when she goes there, her son used to tell her, don't eat or drink anything in their house, that everything is laced.
Can you imagine? Hey! Can you imagine? Can you people imagine? This is the person that VDM now wants to come and paint as a savior of the Nigerian youth. If everything that is being alleged about Naira Marley is true, it is so obvious that Naira Marley has destroyed a lot of Nigerian youth. And no wonder Naira Marley is trying to change the narrative, to change the conversation. We saw one of the boys that lived there. People saw it and they were crying. They were crying at the condition of the boy. Why are people pretending as if Naira Marley does not have this cloud following him around, this question mark, this unanswered questions about his activities? all of a sudden people want to paint this man that has an open secret of his home being a den of drug users. Let's have these conversations. These are the conversations that we need to be having. But obviously, I don't know if it's out of the goodness of, or I should say, wickedness of VDM's heart, or maybe money exchange hands or whatever, or maybe there's a promise of something. But VDM is hell bent on convincing the rats that Naamali is a saint, the Jesus Christ of our time. I hope that people do not let him succeed. I hope that people are able to use their brain to see things for what they really are, honestly and truly. I hope that people are able to exercise the use of their brain. God gave it to you for a reason. It's time to wake it up. Wake it up. They say the most intelligent genius in the world doesn't even use 10% of their brain. How about those of you that are rat community? Try and use 0.001% of it so that you can really see your king for what he really is.
And I asked Wumi. Wumi said the same thing. My son said the same thing. Chigon said the same thing.
Somebody says he's not a saint. What is Iyabo Ojo a saint? Nobody said Iyabo is a saint. Iyabo is not the one that is pretending to be the savior of the universe now. It's VDM that claims to be the most honorable man, the most transparent man in the world. He's the one that has taken on this fight. He's now the judge and the jury. He's now the one who gets to say what happens and what doesn't happen. He's the one who gets to label somebody good, bad, and wicked. He's the one, okay? That position of being the judge and the jury is him. He has bestowed upon himself that position. Okay, he's the one who talks about how he saw this and he saw that. Iyabo does not do that. Iyabo just wants justice, but he, VDM, wants to defend somebody who has a history, a documented history. According to what is being said, there are people who have written documentation, like official reports about Naira Marley and his actions. But that's the same person that your king and your savior wants to come and defend and rewash his image and clean up his image as a good person. So it is VDM's character that is being called into question because he's the one who is the one propelling himself and pushing himself as the savior of Nigeria, the only Nigerian youth that can save Nigeria. So that's the reason why it is his character that is being called into question. Okay? I hope that answers your question.
So what am I supposed to say? As a mother. Everybody's lying. Can everybody be lying? And the officer said, why did I take it up? I said, I wanted to. My children said no. So I left it and I was pursuing the case that we were pursuing. And we did that. So they showed me another video where I said, Sam Larry, Kineko, Opa. Yes, because I could see the bullying. Opa say now. Because you bullied the boy. If you say you did not beat the boy, at least we saw when you tapped the boy and the boy got up in fear. We heard what you said. I said, officer, maybe you don't understand Yoruba. Let me interpret what he said. He said he's not going to live here today. An elderly man like that. Are you expecting me to see that video and not be angry? Are you expecting me to see the video and just look away? Maybe in future now, I'll be looking away.
Yes,
Right?
so yes, so because this is what you get. No, Iyabo. This is what you get for stand. This is exactly why a lot of people choose to stay out of it. This is why. The people who choose to stick their necks out for victims, they don't have the wrong ideas. Okay, they're actually in the right. But when you see how quickly people will turn around and blame you, you were not know one, you not know two. The way they will turn around and blame you for something that you had nothing to do with. That's the reason why a lot of people choose to look away. May they buy themselves, not then sabi. Because if you stand, say you won't defend them, now you they go blame. They will do whatever they have to do to like blame you and I pin it on you if they can. See them now. See them. Everybody they talk, even the VDM said they talk, it happen. But now only in Iyabo all night they see where they won't carry run with. Eh? Because she did not sit back and allow misjustice to happen. She did not sit back and allow Mohbad's wife be blamed for his passing. Imagine somebody died, regardless, regardless of what you feel about that person. Naira Marley came out and he was dancing and celebrating. We are not even talking about how it's even worse if this was something that he did among his friends. He recorded a video and posted it of him celebrating the passing of Mohbad. How do you reconcile that? How do you reconcile that? I want to know.
But that time, I was angry and I said what I said. Because there was another video about when he was in a club. We saw the video. We saw the aftermath of that video same day. They asked me, where did I see all these videos? I said, even his manager sent me all the videos. Mohbad's manager. I have all the videos and I still have them. And I tell you everything to you. So I said, but the pastor here I was talking about was the not that he killed Mohbad, like physically, not dead, but no. I said in my videos, killed Mohbad. But what did he do when he was being bullied? Why was a petition written? Why did Mohbad have to write a petition against Naira Marley and Sam Larry? Why did he have to sing it in his songs? Why were there bruises on his body? Because some people will say, he also said if he dies, they should hold Wunmi. But we didn't see any video of where Wunmi, physically was beating him. Or we didn't see any video where he went to write a petition.
The way they run with that narrative, the way they run with, oh, he said this, as if these people have not had issues with their significant other, where they said things that they didn't mean. And they later regretted. I'm like, oh my gosh, I went overboard with this one. I'm so sorry about waiting. But when it comes to Naira Marley and Sam Larry, this man, this guy, Mohbad, actually took action. He took action in memorializing his complaint about them to the authorities. What did they do? They failed him. They failed him.
We didn't see any video where he was in the hospital. They were administering treatments to him and he was saying, see what Wunmi did to me. I said, it's different. I said, but if the police people feel that video he also made about Wunmi is something that they can look into, they should please look into it. That video was also tendered. And the voice note was also tendered. The voice note that came out about him saying if anything should happen to him, they should hold me responsible. And I questioned recording him. But she used her then friend's phone to record. It wasn't like it was Mohbad that recorded it. And it wasn't like Mohbad leaked it. She was the one that took her friend's phone and was recording him when he was saying those things. It was the friend that leaked it. That was her story. And this same story she told me, I told the police. In fact, when I called them to find out that as Wunmi come for interview, they said she has come and they've asked her to come again, that she's on her way. I called Wunmi. Wunmi, are you on your way there? She said, yes, she's on her way there. I made sure, at least for me, about 3 to 4 times, Wunmi was going back and forth. The police station is the is this police station. What's this? The meta area. Yeah. You. Which I brought it. I called the police people and I asked them. They said there was no engine there. It was, all these buyers. When I put camera things, there was no engine, there was no wire. In fact, I took out the one new one, I ran the wire, put the engine there. I asked understand. If the police says there's nothing like that, and the family says there's nothing like that, and I did not see anything like that, am I supposed to come out and say there's something like that? Now, there's one thing I want to also talk about that I hear people say every time about. I said Mohbad died in their house. When I asked all of them, as at the time Mohbad collapsed and you people went to look for a car, which was, I think they said the nurse said she was going to get antidotes or something. Then Adura and Wunmi, they went out to look for a car. They said Mohbad's car was bad at that time. A mechanic was working on it. I asked, at the time you people carried Mohbad from the house into the car to the hospital, because at the time they said they had to put him on the Okada when there was traffic, that they had to put him on the Okada. I said, was he talking? Was he responding? Was he moving? Was he doing anything? They said no. But when they got to the hospital, they took him in, and 15 minutes later, the doctor came out to say he was dead. I said, but at the time that you guys were in the car taking him out, did he? They said no. So that was why I made that statement. Do you understand? That was why I made that statement when I was doing that one of my. After I was after I did my statement, gave my statements, yes. After I gave my statements, they asked me about Sam Larry asked me. So there was 3 questions they asked me, don't forget. They showed me a 3 seconds video of what I said. The nurse said she was going to get antidotes or something. Interview, they said she has come and they've asked her to come again, that she's on. Not that he killed Mohbad, like physically. Not that they were there when Mohbad died. No. And I have repeatedly said it in my videos That I'm not saying Naira Marley killed Mohbad, but what did he do when he was being bullied? Why was a petition written? Why did Mohbad have to write a petition against Naira Marley and Sam Larry? Why did he have to sing it in his songs? Why were there bruises on his body? Because some people will say, he also said if he dies, they should hold Wunmi. But we didn't see any video of where Wunmi, physically was beating him. Or we didn't see any video where he went to write a petition. Or we didn't see any video where he was in the hospital, they were administering treatments to him and he was saying, see what Wunmi did to me. I said, it's different. I said, but if the police people feel that video he also made about Wunmi is something that they can look into, they should please look into it. That video was also tendered. And the voice note was also tendered. The voice note that came out about him saying if anything should happen to him, they should hold Wunmi responsible. It was also, and I questioned Wunmi on that. Wunmi said she was the one that was even recording him. But she used her then friend's phone to record. It wasn't like it was Mohbad that recorded it. And it wasn't like Mohbad leaked it. She was the one that took her friend's phone and was recording him when he was saying those things. And it was the friend that leaked it. That was her story. And this same story she told me, I told the police. In fact, when I called them to find out that as Wunmi come for interview, they said she has come and they've asked her to come again, that she's on her way. I called Wunmi. Wunmi, are you on your way there? She said, yes, she's on her way there. I made sure, at least for me, about 3 to 4 times, Wunmi was going back and forth. The police station is what's this police station in?
So it wasn't just one interview. They did multiple interviews before she basically before they arrived at the conclusion,
What's
is
this
what
place
I'm
called?
gathering here.
Is it the Bute Meta area? It's there now. All these things are on record. There's nothing that I'm saying that is not on record. Social media is to give awareness. You can't get justice on social media. You can't. You have to push for it. But you have to allow the right authorities to handle it. Which I did. When they brought up the issue of sorry, I've deviated. I'm still going to go back to that one. When they brought the issue of the CCTV camera, I called the police people and I asked them. They said there was no engine there. It was just, in Lekki, all these people, when you rent houses or buy houses, even when I bought my own house, they put those camera things there, but there was no engine, there was no wire. I had to, in fact, I took out the one they put there, I had to put new ones. I ran the wire, put the engine, everything there. I asked Wunmi, I asked the brothers. So, when the police says there's nothing like that, am I supposed to come and formulate that there's something like that? I don't understand. If the police says there's nothing like that, and the family says there's nothing like that, and I did not see anything like that, am I supposed to come out and say there's something like that?
Yeah, so they want you to come and join forces with them. They want you to come and bully, because that's the culture now. The culture is that when a man passes away, his wife is blamed for it. The wife will spend the rest of her life wiggling herself out of the allegations. Meanwhile, if the man has money, if the man has things, family members would have made away with whatever it is that they can make away with. While while the children, the woman and the children that she and the man brought into the world, have to figure things out for themselves. And now that's the culture, that's the society.
Now, there's one thing I want to also talk about that I hear people say every time about. I said Mohbad died in their house. When I asked all of them, as at the time Mohbad collapsed and you people went to look for a car, which was, I think they said the nurse said she was going to get antidotes or something. Then Adura and Wumi, they went out to look for a car. They said Mohbad's car was bad at that time. A mechanic was working on it. I asked, at the time you people carried Mohbad from the house into the car to the hospital, because at the time they said they had to put him on the Okada when there was traffic, that they had to put him on the Okada. I said, was he talking? Was he responding? Was he moving? Was he doing anything? They said no. But when they got to the hospital, they took him in, and 15 minutes later, the doctor came out to say he was dead. I said, but at the time that you guys were in the car taking him out, did he? They said no. So that was why I made that statement. Do you understand? That was why I made that statement when I was doing that one of my videos like that. Let me go back to this, that invited me for Naira Marley's issue. After I was after I did my statement, gave my statements, yes. After I give my statements, they asked me about Sam Larry asked me. So there was 3 questions they asked me, don't forget. They showed me a 3 seconds video of what I said. I said he killed Mohbad. And I explained myself. They showed me another video about where I talked about my children's food and drinks being laced. Then they showed me the 3rd video, right? About Sam Larry. And then they asked me, am I guilty or not guilty? I said, I'm not guilty. I first even said, are you the judge to be asking me if I'm guilty or not? He said, no, that is his own way. He has to ask me. This is an interrogation. I said, okay, I'm not guilty. He said I should write it down. And I wrote it down. I'm not guilty. So what does that mean? That means if they want to go to court, let us go to court. That was on a Wednesday. So when I was done writing, I said, okay, what's next? They said, they want to talk to me. They have a camera in that interrogation room. So there's nothing I'm saying that is new or anything. It's there. He said he wants to talk to me. He put up, because he had a phone in front of me that was recording me, so he put up that phone. But I saw that they had a camera in that office, and he said he wants to talk to me. My lawyer was there. 2 other men were there. He said he wants me and them Naira Marley to settle. So that's an ADR, right? They're trying to settle. I said, is it them Naira Marley that told you they want to settle? You just feel that I should settle. He said, your daughter just got married, madam. We don't feel that there's a need for you guys to go to court. Because you go to court, it will be a long thing. You guys will be dragging here to there to there, da. But as a mother, I want you to look into this matter and see how you can help this boy. Everything I'm saying, no, they can go and play their camera.
Mm-hmm.
If they're
I'm sure they've already sent it to VDM Bakpa, because VDM, they are all, in my opinion, working together. So who knows? I'm sure they've already, Nigerian police, shameless, like, Nigerian police, wagehwe amuwa me, wagehwe amuwa. Jesus, God forbid.
if they are not going to doctor it though, if they are not going to remove anything from it too.
Yeah, so that has to be made clear, because you cannot trust Nigerian police again. You can't trust them. It's very obvious where their loyalty lies.
And I said, help. I don't understand how you want me to help him. You want me to come out and say sorry for a 3 seconds video? I've not watched it. You said no. See, let's leave this. All this thing, let's leave it. I'm talking to you one-on-one. So they started. counseling, because I will call it counseling. They wanted me to see the effect at which all this justice for Mohbad has affected him, his career.
Can you imagine? What about Mohbad's career? What about Mohbad's life? What about Mohbad's life and career? What about the young children, the young youths, a lot of whom are underage, that Naira is allegedly spiking their drinks as soon as they step foot into his house? What about them? What about their lives that are being destabilized as a result of Naira whatever reasons he has for doing what he's doing? What about those ones? Nigerian police. Police is not your friend, though. God forbid bad thing.
This music is no longer, it's no longer listening to him. Da 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 da. It was a whole lot, a whole lot. I was there for hours.
It's very obvious that the police is compromised. Whoever it was that was telling Iyabo this, it has been compromised. Whether they were paid or whether they know Naira from somewhere or whatever is going on, whether they are being blackmailed or obviously the police is there now not to actually look for justice, but to protect Naira. That's what this whole situation is giving. How can the police be asking for settlement between Iyabo and somebody that is one of the prime suspects in a situation? Tell me why, how? If not because the police himself has been compromised.
I said, okay, no wala. Can you allow me just, go think through about it and everything? He said, no. He really, really wants me to settle with Naira and help him. I said, okay, I will look into it. There's no wala. I don't hate Naira. I've never met him before. As at that day when I was talking to them, I've never met him before. I don't hate him, but I'm just angry. Seeing that video, the boy is dead. And I felt if he had said, stop, there would have been a stop to it. That's what I feel. He said, no, it's not what I think, blah, blah, blah. But, the officer was trying to make me see reasons. So I said, okay, no wala. Then he said, I also want you to settle with VeryDarkMan. I said, no. I said, did VeryDarkMan to write his own petition? He said, no, that's...
And now, because you have already agreed that there is a possibility that you will settle with Naira, then VeryDarkMan, now, in that moment, this police officer was suggesting that Iyabo settles with not just Naira, also VeryDarkMan. What does that tell you? Doesn't that tell you that Naira and VeryDarkMan have now joined forces? They are now working together, and VeryDarkMan has now taken on the job of polishing Naira image. This was something that happened a while ago, that the police is now asking not only for Iyabo to settle with Naira, but also for Iyabo to settle with VeryDarkMan. Very suspicious. What a people.
VeryDarkMan is their person, but he just feels like him and VeryDarkMan, they've spoken, so he just feels like, I should just make peace with everybody. Do you understand? And just, forget all this fight thing and just let everything go. I said, are you aware of the numerous defamatory statements that VeryDarkMan has made towards me? He said he's aware, but he can see that I'm a very nice person, that we should just let it go and let peace reign. Everything I'm saying, is on camera. So there's no need for me to add one or two to it. I said, that one I have to go and think about it, officer, because the officer was really very nice. Officer Suleiman, he was really very nice to me. I was like, ah. So I was trying to connect. Normally, Sam Larry, VeryDarkMan. I said, I would think about it. So after all said and done, they told me, oh, Naira could not come because they thought I was not going to come. I said, Before we left Lagos, I called you, sent you a message that I'm on my way leaving Lagos. When I landed Abuja, I called you. So how would they think or thought that we're not coming? He said, well, I should just come back tomorrow, that they are going to grant me bail on self-bail because of the way I have been and everything. Normally, I'm supposed to bring a guarantor and everything and all that. So they will let me go, but I should please come back tomorrow. But first, they will take me to go and see their Oga. So I said, okay. So we got upstairs and we went to see CP Uche Ifeanyi. Now, CP Uche Ifeanyi and I have had a history. And I'm going to talk about that. Because one of the reasons why VeryDarkMan came out today to do that interview is because I'm sure he has heard one or two things that I have done. Yes, I have filed a petition. And I have a right to. Once my right is being tampered upon, I will. If I fight for other people, why can't I fight for myself? Now, when I got into the office,
So this so-called Uche now, I want to ask rat people, okay? You see this so-called Uche now, yeah? If this man does something tomorrow that is not good, something that is illegal, something that jeopardizes Nigerian youth, do you think VeryDarkMan, who's obviously, based on the information that I'm getting, is in bed with this CP Uche? Do you think VeryDarkMan will, like, honestly, demand accountability from him? If you believe that, then you need to get your head out of VDM's Onisa. You need to get your head out of VDM's Nyash. Honestly, if you believe that VDM will stand in solidarity with you against that police officer that he is obviously in bed with, then something is really, really wrong, which you need to go through a process of deprogramming because you are too far gone.
he said, you said Naamani killed Mohbad. Do you have a video? That's what CP Uche said. And he wasn't looking at me, he was just looking away. And he strung his face when he was saying it. And I said, no, I didn't say he killed Mohbad. I gave the same aura for aura back. Then he just said, okay, they are coming tomorrow. Okay, wait till tomorrow. Then I left. Immediately I stepped out of there. And I was going, because mind you, while I was there, I didn't eat anything. I was there for hours. And me, I have ulcer-related issues, and I have gastric reflux. So I had to go take my meds, and all that. So my lawyer got a call and they said they should bring me back. My lawyer said, for what? He said, CP Uche said he wants to ask me some questions. This was very late. My lawyer now told them that, okay, I want to go and eat and use my medicine, because I've not eaten and I have ulcer-related issues. So once I'm done, if they need me to come back, they'll bring me back. So the later, when I went to the hotel, they later sent a message that I should not bother, I should come the next day. So the next day, we went out. We went there. When we got there, they asked for my phones. Now, the one when I went there, I gave my phones to the driver that brought me and my bag. So the second day, I did the same. I left my phones with my driver. So they asked me for my phone. I said, my phone is with my driver. What do you want on my phone? They said they want me to show them the video of DJ Splash. I said, The video of DJ Splash is on the internet now. You can check the internet. So they tried to look for it. My lawyer helped them. I helped them. When they saw the video, said, okay. Then they started talking to me again. This time around, they said, Naira Marley is not coming again, that he had a court case. I said, Why did you, my lawyer was even upset that, why did you guys agree for her to come today if you know that your client is not going to be available? She was here yesterday from morning till night. You people are asking her to come today again and he's not here. You know, then I said, if they don't come, because that was a Thursday now. If they don't come on Friday, that I shouldn't worry, they will let me go and all that. So they started the cancelling again. The cancelling. They were cancelling, they cancelled me again, talking to me about letting go. You know, I'm about to be a grandmother. My daughter just got married. I don't need all this. I should just settle with them, Naira Marley. I said, okay, this settlement that you people want me to settle with Naira Marley, what kind of settlement? Because that time when I left, we had gone to watch the video. And I had seen that. I did not say Naira Marley killed Mohbad. I was talking about the bully. Do you understand? But when I saw CP Uche, I already knew what was up. So I had to play smart. When I saw him, I saw his countenance, I saw his reaction. And I'll tell you what happened between me and CP Uche, even though I have already written petition about this. I'm sure the right authorities would have received their petition, and the remaining ones that have not received it will receive it by Monday. When we had a case with VeryDarkMan about defamation, Tonto was the one who contacted CP Uche, Ifeanyi. At a time, Tonto called me, and CP Uche also called me to tell.
Come on, guys, like this video, Facebook, YouTube, like the video. Like it, oh, like it, oh, like it, oh.
Tell me to tell Tonto to exercise patience, because Tonto felt that they were not, doing the job on time. Because the first petition that we went to write was not in their place.
So obviously, the way it is now is very obvious that VDM and that CP Uche, they have something. So, oh God, still na hero, still na hero. Still na hero, right, people? Still na hero.
When I did that first petition with me, Tonto, Sam Clef, when he accused us of collecting 65 million. He said he has information. Someone gave him a first-hand information that me and my daughter sleep with the same person. He did a lot. He said a lot, right? So I flew into Abuja. He also did a video that day that he's been invited, We got there, I wrote my petition. Him and Tonto even went off on each other, blah, 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 blah. When I came back to Lagos, because they said they were going to do proper investigation, they let him out, right? Polo told me to drop it, that I should leave him. I should just say no, I should leave him. Polo and I even had a serious argument on that. He said I should just leave him. I said, how can you ask me to leave him? Blah, blah, blah. He said, Iyabo, leave him. Just ignore this person. So I left that case. So even when Tonto was calling me back, you understand, I said, Tonto, let's leave this case. But we are different. So Tonto went ahead, and this time it was them. Uche. When he got them, CP Uche involved. You know me, I was not involved, but I had to write as a witness that because of the money that he accused us of collecting, it was 3 of us he mentioned. Me, Tonto, and Sam Clef. So I wrote my, statement. I sent it. So they asked me to come and write, my statement. Polo said I should not go, that I should leave it. But Toto called me and said he doesn't know what is wrong. They are not inviting him. They are not doing the thing. She needs to get justice. She needs to clear her name, blah, 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 blah. One day he came out, VeryDarkMan, insulted the IG of police and said a lot of things about gayism and all that. A few days later, I heard he was picked. The next thing, I saw it on social media that Tonto, Iyabo and Sam Clef have picked up VeryDarkMan. So I guess maybe the petition that Tonto made, where I also was a witness, and Sam Clef also made, maybe virtually they had used it to pick him up. But I had not gone to officially write my own. It was taken to court, granted bail, all that happened. Now, he did not stop. He released a song, insulting me, insulting Tonto, insulting all of us. I think then he came out, started insulting. I think Polo got angry. That when Polo got angry and said, this person should not talk to him, it was because Polo was the one that was telling me, don't answer him, don't do this, don't do a case with him. So I think one of the days that he insulted me and I said, Polo, you see now, you are telling me not to, but you see this guy is not stopping. I think that was when Polo now, said what he said. And then he started insulting Polo too. So I think there was this video he did where he insulted Polo, insulted Priscilla, myself, blah, 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 blah. Called Polo gay and a whole lot of things. And then Polo got angry and said he wanted to take up this case with him. And then he said we needed to go take up this case with him. I said, okay. So we did. We went to the branch in Lagos, the NCCC branch in Lagos, Nigerian Cyber, whatever, in Lagos, yeah. We met an officer there. We did the petition. My lawyer was there, wrote everything. So they said they were going to invite him over. Polo said, I don't want you guys to lock him up. Just help me charge him to court. All these things that he's saying, let him go and prove it in court. Me, I don't want, please don't lock him up. Just invite him and charge him to court. I don't want any settlements. I don't want anything. Just charge him to court. Enough is enough. Officer Smart was the one in charge of that case. Called Polo and said, CP Uche in Abuja asked them to transfer the case to Abuja. Polo got angry, I got angry. I was like, I live in Lagos. Polo lives in Lagos. Can you be asking an elderly man to be coming all the way to do a case in Abuja? Then why do we have a Lagos branch? I said, no. So I picked up my phone, I called.
This CP Uche, is this person a man or a woman? Hey, look at this one. This one say, I will advise you to stop pushing this false narrative and come clean. Come clean about what? The truth. You people are so allergic to the truth. It's so laughable. So now only VDM get truth for mouth, Abi. Only VDM now you get truth for mouth.
Him. He said he was busy in a meeting, blah, 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 and I sent a message accusing him. I said, okay, why are you trying to,
Oh, so it's a man. CP Uche na man. Hey! Onisanfo. 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 Okay.
Help this guy. Why are you stopping us from wanting justice? This guy is always coming out to say, CP Uche, fine, is his friend, is his brother, is his this, is his that. I said, is this true? I said, this is what your office is meant for. Please, why can we not do it here? I still have the message I sent to him here in Abuja. So I sent the message. And then he was angry, he called me and said, Why would I be accusing him of, that he's just like, because I already have a case with him in Abuja, he felt like he should join the case together. I said, no, the case in Abuja is separate. Tonto and Sam Clef, I'm just a witness in that case. This is Polo's case and my case. So it's a different case. And I said, okay, that because he knows what he's saying, but he feels that the boys there cannot handle it, and that if the case goes south, I should not call him. I said, okay, let it go south. I will not call you. But because we are not saying that they should lock him up, we are saying that they should charge the matter to court. Abi, we have to come through you. See, there's a cyber crime thing, and then they'll charge it to court. We just need the case to go to court. That's all. But he was angry that I accused him of helping VeryDarkMan. And I said, okay, I'm sorry if you feel that way, sir. But I just don't know why. Do you understand? We have to be the one coming all the way to Abuja when we have a branch in Lagos. And I said, okay. So they invited him. He came, I dropped a statement, and then they said they were going to get a court order and they were going to let us know about it. Maybe if they get the court order tomorrow. Polo was very angry. Officer Smart started calling me, talking to me, begging me to talk to Polo, that VeryDarkMan is sorry, that they've spoken to VeryDarkMan, that they've told him he's not going to mention his name again, that we should just let it go, blah, 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 blah. So I knew instantly. He already had said this person was his friend, and they were already preventing the case from being heard in Lagos. And now they are begging for me to drop the case. So I just told Polo, I said, Polo, the same way you begged me then, me too, I'm begging you now. These people don't want us to do a case with VeryDarkMan. It's very obvious. So as long as he's not going to talk about us again or mention your name again, let us let it go. Polo said, no. I said, babe, let it go. Because these people, I can see that they don't want us to do a case with him. Except we now want to take it out of there and go and do it somewhere else again. And that time, he was traveling. He had just a few days to travel. I said, so just travel and go and do your thing. Because me, I can already read between the lines. I can see what is going on here. So fast forward to when they now invited me and I now went to Abuja. I understood the game. From the very first day, his name was mentioned. I understood what was going on. I could link everything in a second. And I held my peace and I played along. So now, day 2, they said, they said I should go and bring a guarantor, blah, blah. I brought, but later they did not even, they said, the officer, Suleiman said there's no need, that they will release me on self-bail, they know that I will come, blah, 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 blah. Now that was day 2. So I left. Went out with Tonto, did snap video, Even that day 1 too, after I finished eating and everything, me and Tonto, we all went out for a drink, but I just didn't post it. So by the time I came out, I already saw some blogs were already carrying it, that I was detained, I was arrested, I was kineko. So I knew that was the propaganda they wanted to achieve anyways. Maybe they were thinking that when I get there, I was going to do, no, you can, they will not say that I was rude to police. They will not detain me. Do you understand? So me, I already knew. I was just laughing. We went out with Tonto. We had fun. I posted it on my Snapchat. So day 3, I went there on Friday. They told me they will let me know when they land Abuja, when they normally lands Abuja. So they waited, I think, around that past 1 or 2. They asked me to start coming. So I got there. They called me out again. They spoke to me. All the police, in fact, they were like,
Àbí CPU chase VDMs. All through down the wahala wow. hmm.
5 of them, I think. There are about 4 or 5 of them. They called me, they started canceling me again. Madam, see, just, let it go. Just, this, just try and sort it. Just see how you can help him. Just, da da da. So I said, okay. So he came. When he came, they asked him to speak. He gave his own side of the story. He said, I accused him of murder and it affected him, blah, 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 blah. I said, no, I did not accuse you of murder. I accused you, your team, of bullying this boy. And I asked, what did you do about it? He said, no, that let's leave the bully. Why did we not channel the bully? Why did we not put all our energy into who killed Mohbad? Why were we channeling our energy on the bully and making it seem like it was that killed Mohbad? I said, nah, Mali. We don't have a video of how Mohbad died. We only have a video of how he was bullied. Now, how he died is left for the police people to do, the right authorities to do. I am not a police officer. What we could do, the strength I had, was to write, to file, to request for an autopsy. And Dan had to do with exhuming his body. I did the right thing. If they have cleared your name today from that corona inquest that you did not kill Mohbad, it was because of what I, Iyabo, did. The letter I wrote and how I pushed for that. He said, yeah, but I came out, I said, and then it was not around. He gave, said his own story. And as a mother, I started feeling for him. Then he was talking. And he denied ever bullying Mohbad. He tried to make me understand that Mohbad had mental health issues. So I said, okay, all that fight that happened in your house. He said, it was, Mohbad came with his boys and they started the fight. That they beat his brother also in the neck. I said, Mohbad just left his house and went with his friends to go and fight you. He said, yes, that there was a video, even Mohbad apologized, this and that. I said, okay, what about Sam Larry? And Sam Larry was there. Sam Larry said, oh, he owed him 2 million naira. And he first saw him in the club. When he saw him in the club, it was Mohbad that was even being rude to him in the club, that he didn't touch Mohbad. And then they won for the 2 million naira. He was going to go and buy yam. Excuse me. He was going to go and buy yam. And then he just saw that they were doing something. And normally when he goes to that beach side where they were, boys used to follow him. So when he just saw Mohbad, he just said, you are not going to live here today if you don't give me my money. That he wasn't that serious. He was just like joking with him, and then the next minute, that if I checked the video they did, that it was all a setup, it was all a plan. I said, so if you did not beat him, because that same day there was a video where he was in the car and he had bruises, and then after that, you said even Zlatan, you guys went to eat. But I said, was Mohbad with you guys when you guys went to eat? He said no. That they didn't even want him to leave. It was one that helped Mohbad, with the boys to leave and all that. And then the next day or so, whatever, he went to file a petition. That he was even shocked when he received the petition that he had to do a counter petition and everything that we saw was a lie. So I said, okay. The video where you said, the voiceover where you said, what he basing, all stations settled. Who did they bury? And I said, no, that was a slang he used to use, and that was an old video that he had nothing related with. I said, okay, the video where you said, at that time, the officer said, Madam, we have spoken to you Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Just settle with these people. and let it go. While we were in the interrogation room and we were talking, they said so many things though. They said so many things. But very dark man, I will talk about just myself and not go into what you people try to make me believe was the issue. I won't do that. If you want to do that, you can go ahead and do that. Because you people made me believe that it was a setup. Some certain people in the industry was jealous about him and they set, and then people said maybe I was not aware, I was just used as a bait. You understand? And then they planted their people there to bring Naira Marley down. You guys made me understand in your own words that maybe they were jealous of him because at that time it was raining and so the industry wanted to bring him down. So all those videos were brought out, but me, I didn't know. So they had a lot was said and I began to wonder in my head, I don't understand. Where is all this one coming from? Who was setting who up? Why would they want to bring? We saw these videos. And in that consigned group, there was no time that any one of them said, this is how we should plan it. Naira Marley is the one that killed him and then we'll do this and do this. I said, you can bring all that one because me, I can't. At the group, I think I left the group. There was an issue that was going on in the group at that time. I think when Sam Clef was attacking the video and Dre, they had their off there. And I left the group then because I was like, I don't understand the fight. At that time, I already even made up my mind that I was not getting involved with the Justice for Mohbad again because then there was too many distractions. There was the DNA issue, there was the CCTV issue, there was this issue, there was, Baba Mohbad and Wumi's issue. Like, it was just a whole lot. And I said, thank God there's a corona inquest. Thank God an autopsy has been done. At least if we cannot achieve everything, we'll be able to achieve some. Let me take a bow. So with that consigned group, I came off it. But I have some people that are still in that group that has the full, do you understand? It's a crime for you to post people's private chats. It's a crime. You have to understand the law. But if the right authorities request for it, I'm sure the 1 or 2 or 3 people that still have the video, or the group chat will tender the group chat. But asking that I post it, it's a crime. Why would I post other people's private chats? You want them to sue me? No. But take it to the right authorities. If they request for it, there are 1 or 2, 3 people that have it. They can go through the whole concerned citizen chat to see if there's anything implicating them. Even your own that you wanted to do justice for yourself, it was a link. I think it's Amclef that even first posted that link in the group. I can't remember. It was a link that was already trending online that they just put there.
You see the one that she did now where she's saying that it is a crime to post people's private conversation. Bloggers have already taken this and they're now twisting it to say that Iyabo is threatening to sue Mohbad to sue VDM for revealing, text conversations or whatever. That's not what she said. On this one, she's just saying that she's not going to be releasing people's private conversations. You can get sued for it. But they've already tried to twist it and say she's taking shots at VDM, which is not the case at all. Because it was, if you remember, it was VDM that asked her to release messages. And she's saying she's not releasing because she's not breaking the law.
For us to see. So, it's a group chat. I do not have control or power of whatever it is that anybody chooses to put inside there, as long as it's not affecting justice for Mohbad. That's that about that. So if anybody really wants to see the whole, if you feel there's anything in there, which there's nothing, go to the right authorities, let them request for it, and I'm sure one or two people have it to tender it. It's not a problem. But bringing it on social media space, it's a criminal act.
Take it to the right authority. Just don't take it to CP Uche. Otherwise, you go just do wetin in the do for VDM. Now, wow, the story of VDM and CP Uche will soon come out, sha. It will soon come out. Oh, this my brother nonsense. Me, I'm not buying it. The truth will come out about their relationship and what it really is about. Time shall tell.
Saying you paid someone 20 million to act it is a criminal act. Do you understand? Now, while we were having all this back and forth, VeryDarkMan was allowed into the interrogation room.
Wow.
And I was like, hello. I smiled. I was like, it's like these people don't know that I know my rights. Why is, yes. Officer Suleiman has spoken to me on Wednesday about settling with him. Spoken to him about on Thursday about settling with him. Okay. But what is he doing in the interrogation room? He's not part of the petition. Is he their lawyer, family member? I don't understand. Why is he inside the interrogation room? And I began to wonder, why are these people stressing me? Because when we did our own petition in Lagos, you people refused to allow what we wanted happen. You guys refused. So why are you people stressing? Why are you people stressing me? I just said to myself, okay, I get it. And I was looking. I wanted to live there in one piece. Because when you are dining with the enemy, you have to dine with a very long spoon. And
That's
you must
right.
have wisdom.
That's right. That's
I
it.
had to understand the game that was going on here. And I had to beat them to it. Because I was like, why is he in the interrogation room? He was going in and coming out, sat down, you know, like one of their chairpersons.
Now.
And I was just smiling. At the time they went out, all of them, and then the police people started talking to me again, Madam, just apologize and just help him. You understand? Leave all this back and forth, all this talk. Just, let it go. Blah, 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 blah. And I look at the time. I said, okay, I've heard you people. I was so pained, but I just like, okay, I'm already here. No wala. What does he want? They say, but you've asked this question so many times. Just see how you can help the guy. Just apologize. I said, apologize where? On social media? Or where? I don't understand. Apologize for what? They said, Madam, if this guy said that you have hurt him in this and that, it's like a brother to you. Like you said, you don't have anything with him. The one that you said about your son, you said your son does not want to do a case. You are forgiving him. So just apologize and say a way that you can help him so that we can all just, let this matter rest. Because if you go to court, you will spend money. You will do this. You will do, This was the third day.
Corruption in the Nigerian police. Corruption. Imagine when the so-called hero of the Nigerian youth is now in bed with the corrupt police authority that he's supposed to be fighting. Oh. Ratty. Mm.
So I said, Naira, okay, come. What do you want? He said he wants to prove he's innocent. He doesn't want to do because his parents have told him not to settle. He wants to. So I looked at the officer. The officer said, no, that no, you guys will settle, blah, 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 blah. I asked him some questions. I said, nah, all these young boys that are living in your house, because you claim you don't know that they spice drinks and food, but it's happening under your roof, in your home. So why are you harboring these children that you cannot control? Where are they getting these drugs from that he said he doesn't know anything about it, that has never happened before? I said, no, you cannot tell me it has not happened before because it happened to my son. He said, okay, maybe we should go to court. So it was a lot of back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, you know. So eventually I said, okay, you are claiming that the video I did is the reason why they cancelled you. But I know that the video I made is not the reason why they cancelled you. It's because of all the videos and everything and your nonchalant attitude, which he accepted that he had a nonchalant attitude. And your nonchalant attitude and everything is the reason why. And that you did not do anything and that you're still with Sam Larry. Do you understand? And Sam Larry got up and said, I did not bully him. Da, 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 da. I said, anyway, all these things I feel might be the reason. But if you think or feel that me coming out to speak is the reason why you were cancelled, well, I am sorry about that. But I don't feel that way. But if you feel that way, and it is not that I cannot help you, because Mobi Motemi, I don't wish death upon you. Yes, at that time I was angry. But up deep down in me, I don't wish you bad. If there's any little way that I can try my best, I will see if I can. But I cannot take decisions on my own. I have a management team. And I feel that it is best, if you want settlement truly, it is best that your lawyer and my lawyer sit down and see how they can go about this. Because if I say on my own part that, okay, I have no grievances towards you anymore, what about the next person, the Nigerian person? I can't speak for everybody. If I come out to say, oh guys, oh Naramali, I'm sorry you feel that I did this, people please forgive them, I say people will still say that I have been pressured to do this. Because people know me. Even though I feel pressured, I felt very pressured, right? I said, so it is only...
I understand. It's hard not to feel pressure, especially given what she's describing, the whole scenario. It's like they all got together and they already made up their mind. You know, the other police officers who seem to be like the so-called peacemaker, I'm doing my air quotation, it's so obvious that even that one is in on it. That one is like wanted to play the good cop, while Officer CP Uche was playing the bad cop who did not care, who was obviously showing that he was only interested in doing anything to favor VeryDarkMan and Naira Marley. So it's so obvious. The fact that they made you come, they made Iyabo Ojo come 3 times before Naira Marley can only come once, already told me that they had already made up their mind. They had already decided that, yeah, they're going to find a way to get her to apologize to him. That decision had been made before Iyabo even went to honor their invitation, and it's not hard to see that they are all in cahoots. All of them. All of them. Again, my question to the rats is, if your leader, if your hero, if your president of the rat community is in bed with police officers that you guys are supposed to be fighting against and against, if if your rat, the leader of your rat community, is happy to like be in bed, to like circumvent the law, bend over the law for whatever reason, do you honestly believe that he has your best interest at heart? The answer is no, he doesn't. He doesn't. He doesn't care. He's happy to be taking advantage of you, rat community. He's happy to be, you know, playing with your head, brainwashing you people. He's happy until he can no longer do it, until eventually some of you wake up and you realize that, okay, this rat leader is just taking me for granted, is taking advantage of us, and more of you will move away from him, and then he'll maybe carry the money that they have donated for him and use it to fly, relocate abroad. That's the only thing. Okay, because this rat leader is collecting money, but rat leader is not giving you guys accountability. Rat leader is using you guys, playing on your emotions to distract from the things that he's doing, from stories about him, actual true stories about him that will detail his involvement with the people that he's supposed to be helping you fight. But rat leader will come and play on your intelligence, and he will still fall for it. Until rat leader feels like the scheme and the scam of using emotional manipulation to collect money from you, to gain support from you, until he realizes that that's no longer working, guess what he's going to do when he does? He will leave the country. Mark my words. Mark my words.
Best that your lawyer and my lawyer sits down and find a way to draft what we can present to the public. It's going to be a gradual process. And it's going to be from my own side. Taba fi owo si bomowi, afi owo tun famora. Do you understand? I said, if eventually we do that, and the people start accepting you back, and you do a good song, not the one you'll be talking about breast and not this one, I will vibe to it for you. And I would also speak to my man to see how he can help you, because he's a promoter. I can do that for you. But we just need to sit down with our lawyers and see how we can do this. Because, yes, you've been vindicated that you did not kill him. Everybody knew you were not there. But those videos, they still live in people's memory. And I said it there. I said if you had deassociated yourself from Sam Larry, maybe it would have helped.
Thank you
So
so much,
people feel like
Josephine. Josephine Onemo, thank you so much for the stars. I appreciate you. Thank you.
enabling the person that bully. What people watch with their eyes is different from what you are telling them. What you tell me something now, I can choose to be empathetic towards it or not. But when I watch something, it is hard to erase it from my memory. I said, thank God you said you've never seen me before. I said, because this very dark man said that you dated me. And some other blogs said you gave me flower, you dated me, maybe you dated
Exactly. Yeah.
But I thank God that you have said it in the presence of the police people, that this is the first time you are seeing me. You said your mom too was...
Just lies. VeryDarkMan will just enter social media. He go just, which kind freedom fighter una get? So rat community. And then go rat community. Which kind lie freedom fighter una get? So where you go just come lie. Make up something where it not happen. Just lie. lie. This is not even a situation where, you know, VDM is talking about somebody who have been in close proximity to each other before. They are friends, they meet at events and party or whatever. Not be him, oh. It not even be like, say, okay, in just the para because say in the vex. But true, Naramali and Iyabo, they don't know each other before. They don't see each other before. Maybe they've never had, obviously, never had any romantic relations. So, but they know each other. They've been in close proximity. They've been in the same place. And so because VDM won't really hit below the belt, he go come lie, say, you not shook Naramali not shook your daughter. But this has never happened. It just carries something where it not happen. This man, VDM, it just carries something where it not happen. It just formulate time, put for Iyabo head. And this is the person that rat community are bestowing their highest honor upon. Somebody that is so disingenuous, somebody that is so dishonest, that because he couldn't attack or confront Iyabo with the truth, decided to lie. Now this one person wey go just carry wetin no happen, e go just put am for una head. Shey na dis one na im be una leader of inestimable value? Shey na dis one be una saviour? Dis one wey go just carry wetin no happen, just man can put am for your head? If he can do that, you people are accepting it now because it is Iyabo Ojo that is bearing the brunt of it. Iyabo Ojo is the one at the receiving end of this. Until the day VDM go do the same thing to the person wey una like. Until the day where VDM go do the same thing to the person wey una dey fuck with. Na that day, na im una go know say VDM is a pathological liar. Somebody that will lie and say anything just to get ahead, just to hit below the belt. And those are the most dangerous kinds of people. People that will just look at you, they'll just form something will not happen. They'll just put am for your head because they really want to hit below the belt. And they know that the only way that they can hit below the belt is by formulating it, because your truth, the things that they know about you, will only propel you to greatness. But because their own na damage mode, na in them day. Damage mode requires lying, embellishing, cooking up stories that did not even happen, things that are not rooted in any kind of reality. Just cook it and put it on top of somebody's head. Those are the most dangerous kinds of people. If you be the kind of person where be say your mouth not dey close, if person tell you something, you do not have a secret. If person tell you something in confidence and say, abeg o, not tell anybody o, and then one thing can happen, maybe you and the person had a falling out, or maybe your mouth just dey shake you, dey shock you, you feel like just divulging people's private information, and then you go just talk about it, not be lie, not just something where they tell you in confidence, they say, not tell anybody, or please keep this to yourself, and that's a different scenario. But for somebody that will just wake up one morning and be thinking, what do I need to do today to really, really hit below the belt? What do I need to say today to really, really destroy Iyabo's life? Let me just make something up. Let me just lie. Let me just knowingly lie and say this. And that's what he did. And that's what he did. And any of you people from the rat community, okay? Covenant Worship says is from Edo, my state, and from same locality. No, when I say rat community, I don't mean Edo state. I don't mean state. Now, I mean ratte people. I call them rat community. Now, ratte people, they call rat community. I don't mean the particular state. Do you get? So, all the rat community members, if you are watching what VDM is doing, and you are co-signing it, and you don't have a problem with what VDM is doing, just know that one day be one day, VDM go touch person where you actually care about. VDM go formulate wetin no happen, plaster am on top somebody where you care about, and you yourself, because you know the content of that person's character. Say that person not fit do that thing where VDM they accuse them of doing. One day be one day, VDM go form something, put for somebody head that you actually respect. And then you're going to look back when that day comes. You're going to look back on the role that you played in encouraging VDM to lie and claim that Iyabo Ojo had a situationship with Naira Marley, somebody that she has never set eyes on until they were both invited to the police station to try and resolve their issues. One day be one day. VDM go touch person where you like. If it be celebrity, or if it be person, somebody that is personal to you, if it be somebody where you just know, say, enough you do that kind of thing, then you're gonna look back. You're gonna look back on everything and be like, wow, now I know what Jade was saying. Come now, what she say? No, I'm just saying he's from Mr. Okay, yeah. Not from what you said. Okay. Okay, I understand. I get you. You know. Hi, Joyce. Joyce says a big and serious corruption in the police. Major corruption, no. Major corruption. So on that day, when that day comes, when VDM carry waiting in don't practice for Iyabo Ojo body and many others, for you to be so confident in lying, you just to be so confident in your bold-faced lie, so confident to tell a bold-faced lie, for you to be so confident to stand before the camera and just make up something that didn't happen. That means you've had so many times, you've had a long time to practice it. So I wouldn't even say he's practicing lying with Iyabo, because the way he was saying it, you only have to be somebody that is insightful, somebody that has, that is blessed with discernment to be able to see that VDM is telling a bold-faced lie. But if you are one of the members of his rat community who have been brainwashed by him, it will be hard, because a lot of them, they don't get brain, they don't fit process anything. They don't fit process anything. So they just sit around waiting for him to feed them garbage to go and regurgitate. Somebody that can tell a bold-faced lie, because he was really hell-bent on destroying Iyabo. He was hell-bent on destroying Iyabo, and he was going to stop at nothing to achieve that, including lying, formulating something that did not happen. Night, day, it not happen. Just formulate it and put it on the woman's head, because you know that there are a bunch of brainwashed elements that will just fall for your bullshit, hook, line, and sinker.
Angry that I said that you did not kill him. Everybody knew you were not there. But those videos, they still live in people's memory. And I said it there. I said if you had deassociated yourself from Sam Larry, maybe it would have helped. But people feel like you are enabling the person that bully. You know, what people watch with their eyes is different from what you are telling them. You know, but you tell me something now, I can choose to be empathetic towards it or not. But when I watch something, it is hard to erase it from my memory. I said, thank God you said you've.
Joy says he has brainwashed a lot of them. Serious brainwashing, no. Serious brainwashing. Real Gist Arena say VDM is part of the problem we are trying to solve in Nigeria. A corrupt human cannot fight corruption. Absolutely not. It's like you cannot give what you don't have. You cannot give what you don't have. If you are corrupt, your blood is corrupt. Words that come out of your mouth are corrupt. How can you speak truth to power when you are corrupt, true, and true? How can you speak truth to power? You know they happen. Enough it happen. You and the police officers, CP Uche, and everybody else that are enabling you. You people will meet your Waterloo. You people will meet your nemesis along. Nemesis must surely catch up with you people. Are you kidding me? You see all these things that you people are doing? All these things you're doing? Nemesis must catch up. Which kind of settlement? The police, they ask, when you people are so one-sided, it's so obvious that you want Iyabo to apologize. What? Officer Uche, CP Uche. We don't know your name, oh. Now we know that there is one CP Uche. There's been this rumor. I'm very sure it's VDM. Obviously, I don't have any evidence. I'm not like VDM that lies, lies with his full chest. I don't have any evidence. I'm just going by what I'm hearing. There's this rumor that VDM is having relations with a female police officers. I believe that it's VDM that is pushing that information so that people will, if the optics is a lot more palatable, if the rumor is that VDM has a female police officer that he's sleeping with, who is giving him all this information and protecting him, this, that, and the other. So the optics, it looks a lot better if the alleged and rumored police officer is described as a woman versus if it is described as a man. You get? So this rumor has been circulating that VDM has a police officer that is feeding him information that is basically protecting VDM. Okay, so why not say that the officer is a woman? That way they can buttress that whole rumor with, oh, VDM is sleeping with a woman police officer versus VDM is sleeping with a male police officer. One day be one day, we shall see the nyash of the fowl. We shall see the nyash of the fowl. One day be one day.
Never seen me before. I said, because this very dark man said that you dated me. And some other blogs said you gave me flower, you dated me. Maybe you dated my daughter, I don't know. But I thank God that you have said it in the presence of the police people that this is the first time you are seeing me. Said you gave me flower, you dated me. Maybe you dated my daughter, I don't know. But I thank God that you have said it in the presence of the police people, that this is the first time you are seeing me. You said your mom too was angry that I said she uses children. I said I never said. I was repeating, which there's a video evidence, what DJ Splash said. Oh, DJ Splash said your mother that I was repeating. I did not say. I said, so that is my conclusion. And after all said and done, it was so late, they said we should go and see the CP. So we packed ourselves there. I sat down. What's his name? Namali sat down. They asked if he could sit down beside me. I said, yes, no problem. He sat beside me. Sam Larry was there. Our lawyers were there. The officers were there. VeryDarkMan and Tonto sat, at the near the CP Uche's desk.
VeryDarkMan sat next to CP Uche. Dragging Bola. Now, wow, Nisafo. No matter how VDM tries, if there is a scandal about you, if there is something about you that must come out, if you like drag Iyabo Ojo from now till thy kingdom come, the truth about you must come out. So the truth about you must come out alone. The truth about you must come out, VDM. So use Iyabo Ojo as your next distraction. Do it, but the truth must come out.
Because Tonto came in there later. She said she was called upon. That CP Uche called her to come, so she came. Okay, so we're all there. Now, meanwhile, before that was going on, after we got to that place, Officer Suleiman called me aside and said, Mama, what about VeryDarkMan's case too? I said, we want to settle all these things. That is why we asked him to come, so that we can settle everything. And that VeryDarkMan is part of the people that helped us talk to Naira so that he doesn't charge you to court.
Can you
So
imagine?
you
The same VeryDarkMan that is the instigator. The same VeryDarkMan that is basically the disruptor, the incarnate, the agent of chaos. These same people, these same officers want Iyabo to believe that VeryDarkMan was the one that helped them to talk to Naira Marley to prevent Naira Marley from filing charges. The same VeryDarkMan that is the agent of chaos, agent of destruction, agent of confusion. VeryDarkMan. Is that what I am supposed to believe? Is that what Iyabo Ojo is supposed to believe? That an agent of destruction, an agent of chaos is the one that is talking to people to resolve issues that is, hey,
is it because of it? He came to talk to Naira Marley, or because he's sorry and you want us to settle? He said that the way that I should just ignore VeryDarkMan, that's his attitude, but actually he really wants to make peace with.
Iyabo, I hope that you never find yourself in this situation ever again. This is my hope for you, that you never find yourself in this situation again where you are even in the same space with VeryDarkMan. If ever they even invite you to come and do any kind of settlement with VeryDarkMan, please decline. Because VeryDarkMan is a dishonorable man. Okay? He is not a decent man. Okay? He is a very, very corrupt man. And he's dishonest. And you cannot rationalize with somebody who is dishonest. You cannot rationalize with them. You can't. Um, Covenant Worship says Iyabo only told the truth. They bullied him. Narasam, they did, they did, they did. But now they want to whitewash. They want to polish VDM's image, make him out to be the saint. Mm? That's all they're trying to do. Um, real Gistarena said, "What I'm seeing in him is corruption. What I'm seeing in him is corruption is bad when he's not carried along. Once he's on the table with them and he gets his portion, corruption becomes okay to VDM. It's sad and shameful. Absolutely, another spot on again. Another spot on again. Yep, I agree. I agree. So yeah, he's very corrupt. He's a corrupt exactly. If he's not carried along, if he's fine with corruption. The only corruption that he's not fine with is the one that doesn't include him. It's like somebody with a God complex. Yeah, I have to be involved, and then I can twist it because he knows that he can go to a rat community, and then he can twist their heads however he wants, however he chooses to twist the head of the rattles. You get? So yeah, yeah. And those are dangerous people who only see a problem with something, not because it is fundamentally bad, not because it is fundamentally a problem, but they only see a problem when they are not involved, when they are not carried along, when they are not are given a seat at the table of that corruption. That's the only time corruption is bad. And those are dangerous people. They only are looking out for number one. And number one is themselves. Themselves.
Everyone. I said, the first petition, the one.
The foolish one here is you because you think VDM has produced evidence. What evidence has VDM produced? He's just lying to you guys. He will produce a non issue and then twist it around to make you believe that he has an issue. He will carry something, and then walk you along as if, oh, this is it. He will take a completely non issue, something that there is nothing there. He will twist it around and then you will foolishly buy into it because you be mumu or zuo. You will foolishly buy into it. Oh, VDN said this is a problem. Yes, it must be a problem because you don't have your own brain cells. You don't have a mind of your own. You don't have two brain cells to rub together. They have to feed you a narrative, and then you will run and go and pollute the rest of your rat community with the nonsense. What evidence has VDM provided? Has VDM provided any evidence and Iyabo is still free? What evidence? What evidence? VDM provide evidence, but Iyabo is still free. When there is clearly police officers who are in cahoots with VDM, aka CP Uche. What evidence has he produced? He just shows you guys something shiny. He just shows you guys something. Yeah, this is it. Believe this. This is what is going on. And then Mumu will just fall for it. This one said, come to Nigeria and face VDM. Don't worry. I will soon face VDM. VDM will soon carry out the money that the brain dead elements donated. VDM will soon carry the money and run away. And come and meet me here in Canada. Come and claim political asylum in Canada. Don't worry, VDM will soon run to Canada. Then we will meet face to face. I don't need to go to Nigeria. It will soon come Canada. It will soon carry all of our money run. Oh, It will so carry all of una money run. A wounsa. It will so it will so carry all of una money run to Canada, come and settle here. Then I will see him because now Canada being una choice destination. It will soon come Canada and then come and lie up and down about how they are following him, they are chasing him, oh, his life is in danger, oh, because he was fighting for freedom, oh. He will come and use that story to claim asylum in Canada. So I don't need to go to Nigeria. He will soon come. He will carry all the 200 million and be how much when I don't donate. He will carry it and come and be living La Vida Loca in Canada. Mumu. Mm-hmm.
On that they are using to pick him up. I will have to speak to Tonto about that because me, I'm just a witness in that petition. I did not file it. They said, okay, I should speak to Tonto. So I called Tonto. I said, Tonto, this is what this officer is saying. Tonto said, no, I should please leave her. She's not ready. But you know me, I'm the one that I'm doing mommy. She's not ready. When she's ready, she will let them know. So I went back. The officer was trying to talk to her. She said no. So I said, officer.
This one say, let him take all the money. No, of course, it not concern me. Now my money. Now my money. It's not my. Why will it concern me before? But it's so laughable that you people with no brain cells to rub together, with zero analytical skills, are allowing a grown as big as you are, you grow, forget sense. So I dey laugh una. Una wey grow forget sense, big for nothing fools. Of course e no concern me, it's not my money. God forbid that I'm ever that stupid for one a corrupt element to come carry my money for my hand. No, God forbid.
Leave her. Right? Now this was after we are seeing.
I know. Joy says every day VDM have evidence that is leading them to nowhere. 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 His evidence lead them to nowhere. Somebody said only small minds can believe and trust him. The people that believe, their minds is even worse than small. They have no minds of their own at all. People that believe in, they have no small mind. At least that means there is hope. There is a possibility that they will utilize their small mind. But zero mind, the people that follow him have no minds of their own. They sit around, they wait for him to force feed them bullshit, and then they run with it because they have no minds of their own.
CP Uche, and CP Uche have asked, okay, are you guys okay with da 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 da? They said yes, okay. So they said 2 weeks time, okay. So we left. 6, how about the evidence though? 6 something. I wrote the time because I checked it then. I got a call from Officer Sully. Madam, how are you? Good morning. I said, it's very early. Why? He said, yes, I wanted to know when I was going back. I said, there's no flight though. So I'm still going to be here till tomorrow. He said, okay, that VeryDarkMan would like to see me. I said, but maybe you've told me to drop anything, I should leave. I've forgiven him now. That one is gone. He said, no, that he still wants us to meet one by one, that he wants to discuss some things with me, and everything. And I said, I said, but I've told you that it's okay. He said he knows that, it would not be fair, that now me and then Amali have settled that it will not be fair that if he doesn't accomplish, settling me and them, because me and him has not sat one-on-one to talk. I said, okay, no wala. I said, I'll call you back because I have to discuss with my lawyer, I have to discuss with Tonto, I have to discuss with the person that will come. I just have to make plans and then I will get back to you when I'm done making plans. I said, I promise I'll call you. So I waited because Tonto took a while. She came, we sat, we spoke. Doctor said I should not go. I said, let me go. I want to even listen to what he has to say. Let me go and listen to what he has to say. So, I said, please, I don't know Abuja too well. Can you give me a place where we can meet? Because I didn't want him to come to where I was staying. They gave a place. I sent it to the officer. The officer now sent another place to me and called and said, that place is very busy. People might start taking videos and pictures and all that. I said, okay, no problem. So, one of my brothers came with his security person, his driver. You know, that's 3, myself, my lawyer. So we went there. We're 5. When we got to the place, it was like an apartment. So I said, no, I'm not coming down. I want an open place. How would I walk into an apartment? No. So immediately my lawyer called Suleiman, and I called him too. And then they said, okay. So my brother that was with us now said, oh, we can go to, I can't remember the name of the place. Sunny something place. You know, I think VeryDarkMan mentioned it. So we went there. It was like, is it a restaurant or an hotel? I don't know, but you know, it was an open place, and there was no, I don't think anybody was even there. Maybe before they came, maybe 1 or 2 people came and left. So it was a very private place, but an open place. And then I sat down there. And then a few minutes later, he came with the officer, Suleiman. And he said, he thought it was just me and him, blah, blah, blah. He didn't know I was going to come with these people. And then he dropped his phone. And I dropped my phone. And then we went to another seat and we sat down. Now, what we had as a conversation, he did more of the talking anyways. I was even talking more about what he had done to me, you know, all the defamative things he had said. And then he was asking me, is that why you said this about the mother? And then the thing that they thought, which Naramali also thought, that it was a setup by some big shots in the industry, you understand? And then some cult people, he also started explaining to me again and trying to make me see reasons why he feels that this is what actually happened. And I listened. And after all said and done, I left there. And I came back to Lagos the next day. Did I leave the next day or the next 2 days? Was it on Sunday I left or Monday? I can't remember. Anyway, I left and came back to Lagos. Now, on getting to Lagos, you know, I said my lawyer and their lawyer should meet, right? Officer Suleiman gave my lawyer the number of their said lawyer. I don't know who that is. And then my lawyer sent a message. This is Iyabo's lawyer, blah, 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 blah. We're supposed to do that. There was no response. There was no response, right? 2 or 3 days later, my lawyer said, that person has not responded. And everything that was going on, I was communicating with the CP, Uche, and also communicating with Officer Suleiman. So I saw on the internet, oh, Iyabo has gone to beg Naramali, Iyabo has done this. I was like, If these people say they want settlement and we're trying to put our head together to see how we can even help him.
Very dishonorable element. Very dishonorable. Very dishonest. Very dishonest. Attention seeking something. God forbid. Twenwe VDM. You know, and Vincent Oshe. Twenwe.
What is all these things that they are putting on social media? So whatever it is I saw, I sent it to the 2 officers. I called Wumi and I called Mohbad's mom. I invited them over. I sat them down. I explained everything I'm telling people now. I explained everything to them. That this is what went on. This is what was said. and everything. Then I told my lawyer sent another message to their lawyer again. We have the evidence for everything. Sent a message, this is the person did not respond. The next thing, we got a letter that the AIG wants to interview me. Now, the dates that I was like, number one, I was there for 4 days. And in that 4 days, I was going back and forth with you guys for 3 days. I have written my statements. You people have claimed that you want us to settle by doing the ADR, which is okay. If them Naramali are not okay, maybe they decided to not be okay again and they wanted to go to court, I feel that the necessary thing for them to do, according to the law, was to sue me. Right? Yes. Sue me. Why are you asking me to come to Abuja again, risk my life, waste my money? After I was there 3 days, 3 times. The first day, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you guys said the same thing. After I'd even written a statement and said I am not guilty, you guys still went on to talk to me, just continuously telling me to settle, help him. And I eventually said, okay. And I gave a condition to how I want to go about it. Now, if that condition is not okay for them, let them do the needful. Charge the case to court. Simple. Oh. So I was wondering. Well, guess what? The date they asked me to come on the 9th was supposed to be the same date my court case with Liz. I said, on this night I'm supposed to be in court with Liz. So I can't even make it. Do you understand? So I asked my lawyer to write them that I can't make it on the night because I have a court case. That evening, a day before that day, then a day before on the night when I was supposed to, we already done the letter, sent it to them. So a day before on the night, I got a call. I was coming from my second shop. I got home and I got a call that there was a fire outbreak in my shop. Apparently, they've even been trying to call me. So by the time I could call them, they was on the phone, said the fire. I called the fire people. They said they were already on their way there because luckily all my, what's it called, fire extinguisher that I have, I do it from them, So I had their contact. So I called one of them that usually comes to do everything in my office, and they said the firefighters were already there, on their way there. So I made my way there. I got there when they had even put up the fire, but the people were still there waiting for me. The ambulance, the fire, what do you guys call that thing? Is it the ambulance or so? Fire. So the firefighters. So I met them there, and my anxiety level just went up because that never happened before. And that building is not my building, it's somebody's house. So I was so afraid, like, God, please. My landlord is an elderly man. I was even more concerned about his health hearing this kind of news than me myself. So I was worried. I got it rained heavily, so everything I recorded it, I posted it. And I sent it to CP Uche. I sent it to Suleiman. Normally, if the fire did not happen, I could not even go because I had to be in court on that night for Liz's case. But the fire happened, I sent it. CP responded to me. CP Uche responded to me that if you know what is good for you, you better come on Friday. No single, oh, sorry, madam, about this, blah, 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 blah. And I,
Hmm. Can you imagine? And this was not something that happened that nobody knew about. So this went viral. This was a story that went viral. And CP Uche could not even find it in his heart. I guess his heart belongs to VDM. One day we go know. One day we go know. Hmm.
really felt bad. No single empathy. If you know what is good for you, you better come on Friday. It's a different thing if I didn't even keep to the bargain on my own end. It's a different thing if my lawyers didn't make an attempt to reach their lawyers. It's a different thing. We did twice. We have evidence of that. You guys kept me coming for 3 days. And now you still wanted me to come again. I'm like, hell no. I never wanted settlement. They should take me to court if they want to take me to court, because I know what I said and what I did not say. But because of the way Suleiman spoke to me for 3 days, I felt the need as a mother. I empathized. And they did not turn up. They did not respond. I even sent it to them thinking maybe it's the wrong number, or maybe they'll give us another number. Then the next thing you said, you guys want me to come again. Now that letter you guys sent was that the AIG wanted to see me. It was signed by Uche. So I was like, why is Uche signing the letter? I was a bit confused. And I got someone to call the AIG. And the AIG said, allegedly, to those people that called him, that he's not interested in the case. So, allegedly. So I was now wondering. But you know what? As a good citizen, I asked my lawyer. I bought the flight ticket again, booked hotel, everything, and I asked my lawyer to go. Because at that time, I was dealing with a lot. My anxiety had risen so high because I was so worried about the building, And I was also worried about my daughter because I knew her condition and I didn't want her worrying about me. So my lawyer went to them. I had to go and see my doctor because my BP was rising, my anxiety was rising. I was going through a lot at that time. And when my medical result came out and everything, I knew that, okay, I needed to travel for 2 things. One, my health issues. 2, my daughter. I needed to come settle her in and everything. And I was hurt that CP Uche deprived us because we wanted VeryDarkMan to be charged to court. Paulo and I deprived us of that because he said to me, since you guys are not bringing it, if the matter goes out, it goes out. But you were putting so much energy with them, Naira Marley. And VeryDarkMan could walk into the interrogation room, sit in your office, eat biscuits and drink tea.
Yeah. Hey, boyfriend things. Allegedly. Boy, you wanna romantic. No, romantic. Romantic. All for big bad thing. Still na leader of inestimable value. One day, body go tell all of una. Just watch. You know how he always ends his video with, you gonna learn. Yeah, one day you guys are going to learn. He's talking to you, rat community. He's literally telling you, rat community, that one day you will learn.
A guy that has constantly bullied,
Mm-hmm.
defamed me on social
Yeah,
media,
yeah.
even claimed to have hacked my phone.
Mm.
Now, this is the second time. He claimed the first time he hacked my phone, my number to check something. Wumi's number was in my house, breaching my security and my safety. Still came out again to say he paid someone 20 million to hack our WhatsApp again. Please, I need to ask the government, is this right? Is it legal in this country to be hacking? There's nothing even in that concerned citizen, whatever. But I know that it is against the law to do that, to post it. I know. And I understood the game. I don't know the relationship between VeryDarkMan and CPUG.
I can guess.
But I know.
I can guess. I can speculate. I don't have evidence, but I can speculate. Speculation is not a crime. I can speculate. I can speculate.
That you are enabling him. Because out of all the conversations that VeryDarkMan had with me, there was one that I held very strong to, because you know he's very boastful. He pointed to them Suleiman before Suleiman came to join us on that table and said, "These are my boys. We work together. We work together." And VeryDarkMan, you made me also understand that bullying is nothing, because you said it. Don't lie. Make sure you don't lie. You said it in your words. You said you used to bully boys, you know, all these small boys in your area. You used to bully them is a form of correcting them and making them do the right thing. But that does not mean that you wish them death. So you were telling me, making me feel that bullying is okay.
Yeah, intimidation. Silna, ratos, ratatatos. Come as Silna leader of bullying. CP Uche is going to come and tell Nigerians what kind of relationship he and VDM are in. CP Uche owes Nigerians that explanation. Yeah, he's a bully. Even by the way he talks, the things that he does, like you can literally see that VDM is a bully. And if he cannot bully you, if he cannot bully you into submission, he will not stop. He will make up things. He will do all kinds of things just to win. He's a bully. He's a bully.
You see all the conspiracy that you people feel or try to put in my head about some gang people, some industry people try to, all that one is left for you to come and see. I will not help you. There's nothing wrong with your mouth now. I'm not going to mention their names. You come out and say I mention their names. You are the one that were putting it in my head. So I will not allow you manipulating. I will not allow you manipulate me to say it. No. But the one way concern me when you talk, now they talk so. And you know, I said it to you. I said I really didn't wish to insult your mom, but I'm a Yoruba woman. When you insult a Yoruba woman and she check your age, she say na person where she feel born, if she quick born, or she say she senior you where, we will send you back to your mama and your papa.
Yeah.
I said, I'm not supposed to get your mommy, but I was upset because it is not today. And I said, the video, did you mention my name? I said, you did not mention my name, but you wrote my name in the caption. You said you still have it. I said I still have it. I munched it. I have everything. Thank God you don't delete your video. So I munched it in case you go and remove my name there. You know, like, you now smile that no, but he will go back and check it. I said, you wrote, I said, yes, you did not mention my name. You called me failed actress, called to failed, but you wrote my name. Iyabo, don't you wrote it there? I munched it, I have it. And these
Yeah.
are evidence that I have collected.
His minions, his rat community members, they don't have two brain cells, because this is the same argument that I have heard them make. They will say, did he mention her name? Did he mention her name? But he wrote her name in the caption. Anyway, I won't even ask if una get brain, because I've already established that una not get brain. Una not get. He's a bully. And obviously, he's not going to stop. He's going to keep being a bully until something, the universe, deals with him and puts him in his place. That's what VDM needs, to be put in his place. Iyabo just offense, really, is that she did not allow Wunmi to be used as a sacrificial lamb like they wanted. She did not sit for it. When VDM was talking about how failed actress, failed actress, failed actress, he really, really believed that Iyabo does not have a standing. But he was actually shell shocked to see that, wow, so Iyabo get clout too. Oh, I had her pegged wrong. Oh. So now so Iyabo get clout, now so Iyabo get notoriety. They never expected to see this level of pushback. They never expected it, and that's just the truth. And that's why they don't even know how to do anyhow. And that's why people like VDM is doubling down. They never expected the level of pushback from Iyabo that they got. They never expected that, Iyabo will be able to protect Wunmi. That's her only crime. That's her only crime. And that's why they are trying to like cook up things and manufacture things. Which kind honest leader they plot, they brag? It's not your fault, VDM. Now because of the rat community where they carry the waka, where they not get sense. What person brags about hacking into things and doing this and doing that? Who does that? Only somebody that knows that they can say these things and get away with it because their minions are brain dead, brainwashed beyond belief. And they can literally say anything and get away with it. In a civilized society, in a society where things function the way they are supposed to, who's going to brag about hacking? Like, you are admitting that you are hacking into people's phones, you are admitting that you're hacking into people's, you're admitting that you are paying millions of naira to infiltrate people's private groups, and people are applauding you because they don't know their left from their right. And tomorrow now, if you take any one of these awful things that you're doing and use it against the same rat community, will they cry? They better not cry, you. They better not cry. Because they are applauding it now that you're doing it to somebody that they don't like. By the time everything that VDM is doing to Iyabo boomerangs back to him and back to his rat community people enablers, by the time it boomerangs back to his rat community enablers, they better not cry out. Because they are applauding this. They are applauding this. The only thing that Iyabo did wrong is that she stood her ground and protected Wunmi, because they don't set the stage to put the whole thing on Wumi head. They don't set the stage. And so the fact that Iyabo stood on guard, stood in defense, protected Wumi, that one can't pain them past, because right now they're not getting anybody else who they won't put them. So the question is an open question right now. What really happened? Subject to all kinds of interpretation, subject to more investigation. That is their biggest pain, that they couldn't. VDM is not a freedom fighter. VDM is not fighting for the cause of human mind, of the human. VDM just want to be noted. VDM just want to be among the people that are that that are feared in the country. He wants to be exactly like the people that he is claiming to be fighting against. VDM just wants to be among people that he's claiming to be fighting. He wants to be a part of the system that he claims to be fighting against. Look how easy it is for him to just like fold like a badly starched cloth. See how easy it is for him to fold whenever anybody in the upper echelon give him some kind of attention. See how quickly he folds. See how quickly he bends to their will. He's not fighting the system. He wants to be a part of the system. Because if you want to fight the system, you do not fight by making up things. You do not fight by maligning someone's name, making up lies that didn't happen against the person. That is the action of a corrupt person. Okay? So, yeah. Let him continue to do it. Yeah? Let him continue to show his ass. People are watching, people are paying, and he knows that the grounds are caving in. He knows, and that's the reason why he's acting like an animal backed into a corner, using all of his might, using everything in his arsenal to go after Iyabo, because he sees that he's losing credibility fast. People are waking up. Even the people that used to like follow him, a lot of them are now realizing that, wait, a lot of them are now seeing his hypocrisy. He's beyond a hypocrite. So yeah, eventually the truth will come to light. The truth about VDM will come to light. He will say something. Oh, I have evidence. I have evidence. And then he will then walk his rat community element through his own perception of what is going on, as opposed to just providing the evidence and allowing the people to make up their own minds. No, he will then coach them. He will then walk them through it, because he wants them to reason the way that he wants them to reason. He wants them to see the so-called evidence the way that he wants them to see it. He will manipulate situations and then try to force feed it to his rat community. I get evidence, I get this. You think Iyabo is a child? Do you think Iyabo is a child that will lose God like that? Somebody that openly brags about being a bully, Take whatever he tells you with a bag of salt. He brags about being a bully, he brags about this, and he just wants to be a part of the corrupt system. That's it, that's all. He just wants to be a part of the corrupt system. Point blank and a period. Anyway, my people, let me go and get some other things done. Thank you guys so much for being here. Please like this video and share. I'll catch you later. Thank you so much for the interactive live. Okay. And I'll catch. Somebody said Norama said he's released a video. I think I just don't bother watching his videos. Yeah, I'm gonna go check it out and see if I can stomach it. Me too. I can't bother watching his videos. Like the smug on his face when he's being so arrogant and being so boastful, it really churns my stomach when I see such an arrogant, boastful element. Like seriously, contradicting his own stance, contradicting his own so-called values. Like you're bragging and boasting, and yet you are claiming that you are the man for the people. He's a major bragado. So yeah, I too have a hard time watching his videos because yeah, it's too hard for me to stomach. But I'll go check it out and see if there is anything to talk about. We will do a video. He said the videos are doctored. What videos? What videos did he? Is there a video that was released that he's saying are doctored? I may be missing a few updates here and there. I don't know. Tokumba says the truth has already come to light. We can see through him. I'm glad Iyabo came out to speak. Me too. Me too. I'm glad Iyabo came out to speak. I was like, oh, last time when she was saying that this was going to be the last time she'll be addressing this, I was like, no, you know how your people are. You know, they will literally take your silence, you keeping quiet and not addressing it. They will literally take it as confirmation, as an admission of guilt, you know. So I was like, I didn't agree that she should not talk again, no, because you know they will just ruin her name. So I'm glad that she's coming out to talk about it because VDM needs to be put in its place. VDM needs to be exposed, okay? For the slimy slum that VDM is, VDM needs to be exposed. For the dishonest person that VDM is, he needs to be exposed. Can you imagine? He said the bullying videos were doctored. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Because people are now asking, so fine. Mali said he didn't buy Mohbad, he had nothing to do with Mohbad time, but what about the video? So now he's defending Mali and claiming that the videos were doctored. Really? Ah! Now rats be this so. Now rats. The rats. Rat community people. Can you imagine? So that's their next angle now. That's their next talking point. The videos were doctored. Oh my sheo. Anyways. Mm, 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 mm. Mm. This is the person that is saying justice for Mohbad. Now he's saying that the videos are doctored. Ah! Can you imagine? Regis and said I couldn't finish watching. I was so pained. He threw Mohbad under the bus for money. Yeah. He has no integrity. He has no basic human decency. He's just the worst of the worst. He really is the worst of the worst. All the people that are saying VDM is a good man, VDM is a freedom fighter. Really? So you guys, are you guys going to jump on this same bandwagon now that VDM is now pushing that the videos were doctored? Or are you guys going to like challenge? You guys going to push back and be like, whoa, VDM, we've always supported you, but this one we not agree? Or are you guys going to just lie down and play dead like some of you have been doing? Even the ones who have been somewhat critical of VDM, people who have supported VDM, who have been somewhat critical, they have not really gone all the way. A lot of them have been very, very wishy-washy in their so-called holding VDM accountable. A lot of them have been very, very wishy-washy. The truth about VDM is coming out. Look at him. This is why he's running helter skelter. This is why he's pushing back. This is why he's trying so hard to like target Iyabo, because he sees that the tides are turning. People are now waking up to see him for who he really is, the manipulator that he is. No peace for the wicked. That's all. Without Iyabo, without Mohbad, without maligning somebody's name, VDM has nothing. Nothing. He has to keep his name up there because he's a narcissist. Okay? Everything has to be about him. He's a narcissist. He's a corrupt human being. The most corrupt, because he's the one who pretended to be like, oh, I'm good. I never bought into it. Right from time, I always saw through his lies. I always saw through his falsehoods. I always saw through his fakeness. Right from the very beginning, I always saw through it all. I always saw his fakeness. But some of the people who jump on the bandwagon of VDM is our hero. Oh my God, VDM this and VDM that. Some of them, even though, like I said, some of them are still wishy-washy. They're not going all the way when it comes to holding him accountable. But some of them are calling him out now, little by little. Little by little. So now VDM that is now saying that the videos were doctored. How does he explain? Maybe he should wait for CP Uche to come and explain to him how that petition that Mohbad wrote came about. That one will give him an idea how to like manipulate a response for that one now. Imagine saying that the videos are doctored, the videos of VDM of Mohbad crying, accusing Mali and Sam Larry. Imagine saying those videos are doctored. VDM has zero integrity. Zero integrity. VDM has zero integrity, has zero human decency. Like, who does that? Who does that? And then he still wants people. Anyway, the brain dead ones, they will still believe. They will still believe whatever he says. They won't think for themselves. I've always said he's an agent of chaos. He's an agent of distraction. He has a motive. He has a reason. He's an agent of distraction. Let me go check it out. I might come back later. It's 4:08 p.m. 9 Toronto time. I might come back later for one more video once I check the video out. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'll catch you later. Bye.